While I'm doing that, wanna hand me that thing over there? Yeah. While I'm loading Task Manager, my sister got me a birthday gift and gave it to me this earlier. I haven't opened the package, but the struggle is real. Yeah, we do this. But look at these. Aren't they cute? There is little bun buns and there are little carrots and it's little thumb covers for a Switch controller. So I'm pretty excited. Task Manager's trying to open now. What if I told you Task Manager says it's not responding now? Would that be funny? All right. We're giving it a second. I'm not giving up hope just yet. Oh, nice. We have washi tape. I'm concerned. Told me I was not going to know what it was. Wow, it's a box. You have something for me, Prim? What?
So it's one of those little nooks for your bookshelf, and it's an Alice in Wonderland one.
Oh, okay. So she got me it's a DIY that you put on your bookshelf and you make like a little diorama inside of it. And this one has LEDs and it's Alice in Wonderland themed because I love Alice in Wonderland. Hot damn. And then it has, this is the part where you use to make the LEDs. You have something, you might want to wait because I might have to restart because it's still, my Task Manager froze too. I don't know why. Everything waked up? Everything's fine? You guys have relaxed? Okay. All right. We are actually maybe going to start Intertwine now. Okay. Sometimes I get this feeling. What is that on my screen? Hang on. Oh, I know what that is. Hang on. That's so you can see my friends when we have a Discord chat, but I don't have a Discord chat going right now. Okay. Like I'm searching for something. Something. If you guys have never heard of the red string theory, it is a thing where they say that I don't know what the right word is, like a wise tale where they say that everybody has like a red string tied around one of their fingers, and I think sometimes they say it's your pinky or your ring finger, but there's only one string attached to everybody and it's attached to somebody else somewhere else, and you are always getting closer to that person, and that's just how it goes. Something magnetic. That's not it. Warm? Also, how is the sound right now? I turned it down during... I played the original version of Intertwine. This part isn't in the original. Oh! I don't know if that means they added it or if I'm a silly bean and I downloaded the wrong version. Something warm? No. Something... no use. That feeling again. What is it? Fan, sweetie, come on. Come in, Mom. How old is Fan? I don't know. I joined her as we headed home for the day. Just in case, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Oh, DMs on Discord? It'll be a hot second. I will have to load Discord back up. I have to load it back up anyways. They added more stuff at the beginning of the year. Perfect. Oh, he said it for me. Do you have to call me sweetie so loud? I'm 16. Oh man, so old, bro. I'm your mother. Can't I show my own son that I love him? Like, bro. You can. It's just... it's so embarrassing. Can't you show it more quietly? What was that? Nothing. Those grass stains on your back of your shirt, were you laying on the ground again? Boy, do you know how hard those are to get out? Why do you always wear white tees? Yes. You and your dad Just the same, you two. Always with your heads in the cloud. Here she goes again. Wait, I got... Is this Chomper hugging a cabbage? And caramel? Oh my god! And Yoon! Oh, they're so cute! What the heck? Prim, am I allowed to use these? Because, oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my stars. Happy birthday. Thank you. I love them. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Let me save these really quick. Caramel is so cute. Oh my god. And Yoon is just sleeping. I can use them for stickers and emotes. Oh my goodness. Dude, when you redeem cabbages, it's gonna be so cute soon. Hang on, I'm gonna stick these on the stream really quick. Chomper. Dude, this is so precious. Thank you so much, Prim. Oh my god. I love them. They're a whole family. Wait, I didn't save the last one. Look at Chomper! Like, what? Look at that boy! Oh my god. And then we got Caramel. This is Caramel Latte. That's her full legal name, by the way. Let me open you. Told it to save it, but it didn't. And then this is Yoon. Sweepin'. It's so cute. I love them all so much. Thank you so much for making those. Gosh. Alright, what are you even thinking about at your age? Oh yay! That is the link for Intertwine. I'll also, when I put these up on the VODs, I have the links all saved so I can link everything too. Oh snap, I got so distracted. What are you even thinking about at your age? At 16? Not a lot, actually. Don't tell me you're in love. Love? As if. Wow, sounding pretty defensive. Mom, please. People passed by, their silhouettes illuminated by a lavender haze as early dusk settled over the town. No problem, I wanted to give you something. It is super precious and I love it. I think I already told you, you did that sketch of Bunny. I also saved that one just because I thought it was so cute. Oh wait, I forgot. It has this fun little thing where you accidentally touch the dial and it goes forward and back. The busy clamor of the workday faded into a quiet murmur. What is it about this time of day that makes me think so much? Like about that feeling. I do anything to know what that was, what I was searching for. Oof. I'm just running into people. Oh. It happened almost too fast for me to process. I bumped against my shoulder. A bump against my shoulder. An inexplicable tug like a string pulled taut. A voice clear and true like a siren's call. Sorry! Who? But they were gone. And before I could register how crazy it was, I was chasing after them. Van! I ran down the street, pulled by an invisible string. Wait, come back. My body was no longer my own. It was possessed by a singular thought. Who was that? And that sensation, what was that? Thoughts swirled in my head, a chaotic jumble of questions only made worse by the growing crowd. Left, right, forward, backwards. Where was I running? Why was I running? I didn't have the answer. I only hoped that invisible force guiding me would be my compass, steer me in the one direction I needed to go to find them. But with each passing moment, its pull grew weaker and weaker. Where? Van! I turned to see my mom gripping my wrist in bewilderment. What are you doing? That's dangerous. You can't just go running off like that. We just moved here. I wouldn't know what to do if you get lost. But that person, where did they go? I didn't even get a chance to see what they looked like or get their name. A foreign feeling filled me as I stared into a busy street, a mixture of emptiness, longing, pain. While I'd never experienced it before, if I had to describe it, I'd say it was heartbreak. Jeez, that hurt. Hope that guy's okay, though. He probably thinks I'm so rude running into him and running off. Well, no point lingering on it now. I rushed onwards. I was so late for this interview. As I pulled out my phone to see how late I was, I realized it was nowhere to be found. No frickin' way! You've got to be kidding me. When did I lose it? Did I forget it at home? School? No, I definitely had it on me today, so when? This is my real life dilemma. Oof. Sorry. We're already having flashbacks. We just started. Don't tell me I dropped it then. There's no way I could go back and get it now. I could hardly remember the specific area that we ran into each other. And by now, how busy the city got all the time. It's probably been trampled on, kicked into a gutter somewhere. Great. Just great. I continued running to my interview, cursing my bad luck the entire way. There is no way in hell I would lose my phone and not backtrack right away. Like, what phone does them have? What is this? Oh, what a hassle. It wasn't enough for me to bomb that interview. I just had to lose my phone too. I pulled out my new replacement phone to set it up. Welcome to your new phone. My name is Alexis, and I will be assisting you with setting everything up. In order for me to best assist you, it would be helpful for me to know how to refer to you. Please input your preferred name. Oh, there we go. It seems you go by Leah. Is that correct? This can't be changed later. Yeah. That's Mardu. And then we got My Melody. It is a pleasure to meet you, Leah. What are your pronouns? She, her. So it would be correct to say Leah goes by she, her? Yes. Splendid. I almost finished setting up everything for you. The last step will be choosing your avatar. This icon will be used on message interfaces. Karopi. Batsumadu, cinnamon roll. We got Karomi. Her name escaped me just now. I'd rather lose an arm and leg than my phone. This MC is not me. It's just like they're not cheap. Like losing one is a bit intense. Perfect. Let's test things out to make sure you're happy with how everything's looking. Please type a message to test your icon. Yo, 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 yo. Are you satisfied with this icon? Yeah. In that case, everything should be all set. Thank you for your patience, Leah. Finally, I flopped on my bed, completely exhausted by today's events. Imagine that's all it takes to set up your phone. Hopefully a good night's rest would make me forget about it all. Do I dream about anybody? Deja Vu, Chapter 1. Wait, don't take him away. Leah, who are you? I can see it. It's Varm. It's Varm. It says Varm right there. For sure. His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth of his hold was replaced by a lonely chill. I just realized sometimes they have... Not today. Sometimes they'll have text for me that is made specifically for someone with dyslexia, and it makes my life a little bit easier. It's voiced? He hasn't said a word. Did I break something? Not yet. Okay. His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth of his hold was replaced by a lonely chill. I rushed to the guards, desperate to keep him by my side, but they shoved me away, and I fell to the rough, cold prison floor. Why are we in prison? No! The jagged stone ground scraped against me as I ran to the guards again. I can't type. I can't read, bro. We're having a day. I was too slow. The cell door clanged shut. I pulled on the iron bars, willing them to open, but like the guards, they held no response to my cries. With no other choice, I watched my love get dragged away. He yelled something back, but our growing distance muddled his words. As his silhouette faded into the shadow, a piece of me was stolen with him. Sweat clung to my shirt. Air entered my lungs in short bursts. My chest ached with emptiness. The feeling of loss lingered in my body. That dream again. No matter how many times I had it, I could never shake the grip it had on me. As I slowly came to, my breathing steadied and my heart rate slowed. I fell back against my pillow. How many times has it been at this point? Okay, so is this the red string theory, or are they also mixing it with reincarnation, destined love? Because I'm not familiar with that being typically one and the same. It was voiced in the original and the devs added more stuff. Nice. They started when I lost my phone in high school. I could still vividly remember that day. It was like everything had gone wrong. The interview, my phone, then to top it all off, that devastating dream. I groaned as I tried to fall asleep to no avail, as it did every time it visited me. Memories of that dream tugged at me until morning. I groaned groggily in the cafe. After last night's dream, the remainder of my sleep had been restless, and I found myself in extra need of my morning coffee. Same. Alvarez. The quiet rustle of bed sheets as the morning sun filters through thin curtains. Raku. The loneliness of a shadowy forest in the midst of a thundering storm. Van. The lingering warmth of someone's name once clutched in mine. Since I was born, I had a condition doctors called synesthesia. Yep. Synesthesia. What the? Cynicism. Usually people with this condition perceive multiple senses together, like seeing colors when they listen to music. Oh, like Rookie. Mine seems to be partially rare form where I feel names. Some names are soft and gentle, while others are harsh and demanding. When I was younger, it was distracting, but as I've grown older, I've gotten used to the sensation. Leah. Oh. After hearing my name, I went to retrieve my order. But as I reached for my coffee, someone else's hand almost ran into mine. Ah.
Sorry.
Oh. Also, I finally got a new chapstick. I don't know if I ever told you guys what happened. It fell off the counter, and then my dog got a hold of it, and that's why I haven't had chapstick for a while. I didn't play the web version. I played the original last year. What was the original on? Because this is the downloaded version. I don't know if that's different. I didn't play it on like where I know you could on their website. You could start it on there. I didn't do that. No, that was my bad. I wasn't looking where I was going. My drinks just... I tried to grab my order, but our hands kept threatening to collide as we fumble for our drinks. Sorry, mine's...
You go first.
You go first. Nice. Out of habit, I just read what he said out loud. Thanks. Now that the threat of either of us running into each other was gone, we easily retrieved our drinks. My brain read that so weird. All right, you're like, if like I had dog lips is how I read that. Your dog's lips must be so soft. She didn't have it for too long, but enough for me to be like, I don't want it anymore. God. Like my brain was just like, I'm like, she's saying I have dog lips. That's kind of messed up. Now that the threat of either of us running into each other was gone, we easily retrieved our drinks. What is his birthmark or tattoo on his arm? Is that like the Dipper?
How many people does it take to pick up a single coffee?
Normally I'd say one, but it seems today I stand corrected.
Maybe I'm an exception then. And have a good day.
You too. I walked towards the cafe exit, but a familiar face popped into my view again.
Here, I got it.
He held the door open. I mumbled a thanks and walked into the morning street. The bookstore is having a sale today. I should still have time to drop by before work. There was a couple of books I had wanted to pick up, and Asher's birthday was coming up. He really likes photography books, but I don't even know which ones are good. Or maybe an art book? Didn't he mention that recently Studio Ghibli movies that he liked? I noticed the man from the cafe walking nearby again. He's not following me, is he? As our eyes met, we glanced away as if unsure before walking faster. I slowed my pace, relieved at the growing distance between us. He seemed spooked too. Looks like he's not following me. I guess it was just a coincidence. A happy coincidence. But as I continued towards the bookstore, I realized it now seemed like I was the one following him. Hi, Dwight. I'm just stalking this man. With each turn onto a different street, my footsteps mirrored his, and inevitably, his uncertainty turned into outright wariness. Ugh, jeez. With one last turn into a different street, he stopped and waited for me to catch up. Listen, I'm not following you. I ended up blurting that out. Hopefully that doesn't make me look more suspicious. So this isn't... You're not a fan. Fan? Why would I be a fan? Never mind. If you aren't following me, then why haven't I been able to shake you for the past 10 blocks? I'm trying to catch this book sale before work today. At the bookstore on 16th and Central. Yes, there. That's a coincidence. I was heading there too. I guess that explains why we haven't been able to shake each other. Either that or fate. Oh, really? You think so? You think this is fate? Both of us seem to relax at the realization. Then should we walk together? Ooh, instead of one of us telling behind the other? I don't know. The latter sounds awfully tempting. Should just keep telling you. Didn't get your fix after the past 10 blocks. Well, I've come this far. Might as well commit, right? He laughed and turned as we headed to the bookstore together. By the way, got a name I can call you by? You didn't happen to pick it up at the coffee shop? Can't say I did. What a shame. Next time, I'll pay better attention to the name they call out. I'm glad you learned your lesson. It's Leah, by the way. Nice name. Name's Van. I thought she was going to be smartass and be like, yeah, I know your name. So what are you trying to pick up? That's on sale. The dream that MC had, the dev also had that dream, so that's the reason why the dream made it into the game. Huh. But did the dev also fall in love with someone on first sight and feel like they knew them in a past life? Just a couple photography books. Damn, what a coincidence. Usually they're expensive, but this is one of the few occasions they get discounted. Photography, is that a hobby of yours, or do you just like the books? You could say it's a hobby, but I like the books as that inspiration for my own work. Wow, works. Sounds like you take your hobby seriously. Just a little. He's gonna be a professional. He's gonna be like renowned. Like our friend is gonna be like, oh my god, why are you talking to him? And we're gonna be like, listen. And you, what are you eyeing for the sale? Actually, funny you should ask. I'm in the market for some photography books recommendations. It's for a friend of mine. Another coincidence. Luckily, you ran into me then. Need the font to change. As we entered the bookstore, the smell of pressed paper and dried ink surrounded us. This reminds me of that joke I read where they said that books are just trees with tattoos. Come on, I can show you my favorites. I think they said something about being in a prison cell with someone they didn't even know. But like, they were passionately in love with that person. Van led us to the photography section and scanned the shelves before expertly picking out a few choice selections. Is this friend of yours into books for the pictures or tips? I think pictures? Got it, let's see. Van sifted through the bunch of laid 3 medium-sized books on a table. Okay, hear me out. I don't know this bookstore. I can't speak for this bookstore. All the books are on sale? They don't usually do that. One showed a black and white still of a woman, another a blooming flower field, and the last one a looming skyscraper over a busy street. I'm gonna go with the flower. For taking pure aesthetic, these are some of the most underrated ones in my opinion. Ooh, I'm not looking for underrated. I'm actually looking for popular. Big mistake. I peered at the images of the blossoming wildflowers decorating a vast field framed by a towering mountaintop. A simple one-worded title in geometric text read, Keyframes. This one's pretty. And as I flipped through the book, dreamy landscapes depicting majestic mountain ranges, serene starry night skies, and bubbling creeks called out to me. Van nodded as he observed me. A lot of people like landscapes. Makes sense. Appreciation for nature, the idea that you can see the picture in real life, all that jazz. Yeah, I love to visit any of these places, especially this one. I pointed to a picture of a... Oh no. Hang on. Hope you make it out there one day. He didn't seem to like that answer. Are we not actually destined to be together? Did I mess up? Dude, I am so pale right now. Blue. In this lifetime, fat chance. Never say never. I smiled at the thought and continued going through the images. I really like this book. He seems to know what he's talking about. So have you always been a photography book connoisseur, or did that come after picking up photography? After? When I first got into photography, I just took pictures of whatever I liked. Mostly frogs. Now I try to be more thoughtful about how I approach my process. It's not just about what I'm capturing, but also how I'm capturing it. What do you mean by how? Are you like that guy that like gets on the literal ground to get like an angle going up? Like, are you that? Anyone can take a picture, but everyone's approach is different. The way they capture composition, lighting, color, even their choice of subject. My style may not be the same, but I take inspiration from all types of photos, editorials, landscapes, still life. I tried to study the elements he had just discussed on the book's cover. So the subject of this picture is the flower field. And the composition, man chuckled before leaning over me, a faint, earthy smell of pine followed him. Hey. Landscape pictures are unique compared to editorials or still life pictures. Let me show you. He pointed to the woman in the editorial photo as he illustrated his points. Our fingers brushed against each other. Why? We weren't pointing at the same picture. Van jolted back, causing the book to slip from my hands and fall to the floor. Oops. Sorry. It's alright. He got really shocked from just a light touch. Like, oh my god, do I smell bad? Like, what's up, bro? After returning the book to me and regaining his composure, Van cleared his throat and pointed to the two books. This time he seemed more careful of any accidental physical contact. See how in the photo there's just one woman and a blank background? Yeah. But in the landscape picture, the flower field is framed against the sky, clouds, and mountains. Yeah, there's more going on. Exactly. That kind of background wouldn't work in this image of the woman, right? Or it wouldn't have the same effect. So the choice is what you try to study? Right. So even if you don't take the same types of pictures, analyzing the thought process can still inspire you. Looks like he puts a lot of thought into his art. How long have you been doing this? Photography? I'd say 8 years. How old are you? But I've been an artist for longer. Oh, what other kind of art did you do? I started with a drawing, but painting was my main medium until I switched to photography. And you haven't looked back since. Haven't gotten the chance to. Huh. Well, the end of days are upon us, so that's happening. Shoot! I rushed to the window where the sound of rain pelting the building mixed with rumbling thunder. Oh, no. I dragged my hand down my face, cursing the fact that I didn't bring an umbrella with me. Everything okay? No. Can't you see outside? The weather is weathering. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get to work in this rain. You don't have an umbrella. I have a poncho you can use. A poncho? I always carry one because of my camera. You want to borrow it? Oh, Van, I couldn't ask you to do that. You're not asking, I'm offering. I don't mind. I can always buy another one. But what about you? This thunderstorm? I'll wait it out, don't worry. I think you need this more than me. Aw, man. Pulled out a foldable poncho and handed it to me. I would hope all ponchos are foldable, just to be fair. Thank you. The sound of the storm grew louder. Rain came down harder by the second. I'm going to be late at this rate. In that case, I really need to get going. Sorry, Van. It's nice meeting you, though. I turned upset. I couldn't get the books I wanted after all. Oh, wait. His hand grabs my wrist, lingering there for a moment before releasing me. Sorry, I don't want to make you late. But is it cool if I give you my number? Hot damn, yes it is. I know we just met, but... Oh, sure, here, let me just throw my phone at you. Don't keep it, though. I lost the last one that way. I handed my phone to Van. He smiled as he quickly entered his number before returning it to me. Testing, testing. LOL. Hear you loud and clear. That was a text message. We weren't talking. There we go. Nice. Now I'll actually let you go. Wouldn't want you being late for work. Winking. Might be too late for that, but it's alright. Well, say sorry for your boss for me. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Bye, Van. See you later. See you, Lee. Oh. I hurried from the store. A notification from my phone, from whom I could only assume was my coworker. It's coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. As I pulled out my phone, I saw the message was actually from Van. By the way, I can get the book you were looking at. I couldn't make you do that. LOL, I'm offering. Besides, me rambling about photography was why you didn't have time to buy the books in the first place. It's the least I can do. Do you normally buy books for strangers you just met? And give them your poncho? Not normally. So I'm an exception? You could say that. Fine, I'll take you up on it. Then I can return your poncho too. I rushed to work, arriving a few minutes late, but at least not soaking wet on top of that. Casual flirting, honestly, it's the best kind of flirting. It's safe. You can ghost them later if you don't want to talk to them again. It's fine. Ooh, and done! I made the last changes needed to the business proposal and logged off for the day. Geez, so much work. I haven't been able to catch a break. As I sorted through my messages, I noticed a missed one from Van. Just bought your book. Let me know when you want to pick it up. Actually, I just finished work if you're free tonight. Good to see you again already. Have you had enough of me for one day? I'd say it's the opposite. I have plans tonight though, so I won't be able to treat you to a full-fledged date unless you're willing to wait until later. Oh wait, late? I'll be at this address if you want to pick it up today. Just let me know. I can swing by, I have time. Plus it's Friday, so lucky for you, I have a late curfew. LOL. Definitely seems to be my lucky day. See you soon? See you soon! Rows of pictures highlighted with fluorescent spotlights hung from a lofty ceiling. My footsteps echoed against the smooth wooden floors as I observed the various collections on display. I slowed to a stall at a set of grayscale images. The crowd on the platform insisted on shoving her in different directions. Each touch was uncomfortable but purely accidental until it wasn't. She looked up at the person who bumped into her and they were already walking away. Do I know you? She reached for him desperately as he finally collapsed onto the floorboards with a weak grunt. The deal is done, he whispered. She sobbed and rushed to close the distance between them. Oh, there is a circle of life. From birth to death to decay to feeding the living. There is life beyond the rot that provides energy from the new growth. Wow. Each image betrayed something different, but there was a clear theme woven into each of the pieces, a sense of fate. A chance encounter, the inevitable turn of time, the devastation of destined tragedies. Oh, oops, I clicked on that. My chest tightened as at the collection. Leah, you made it. I turned to Van, approaching me with an excited grin on his face. Hey, Van! You should have mentioned you'd be at an art exhibit. Some people would say this is the perfect date spot. Here? I guess that's true, but considering this is my exhibit, it's probably be a bit pretentious taking my date here. Your exhibit? Wait, this entire collection is yours? Van let out a bashful laugh as he rubbed the back of his neck. He's like, shucks. Yes. What do you think? It's beautiful. You undersold how much of a photographer you are. I felt a slight heat on my cheeks, remembering our first meeting. I asked him if he did photography as a hobby, and he said he's here with an entire public exhibit. At my compliment, Van relaxed in relief. His eyes sparkled warmly at me. Glad you like it. Come with me. I have your book. Is it okay to give it to me now? Aren't you busy with whatever artists do at their own exhibits? It's fine. I won't take long. He led me to the back door of the gallery, and he entered a small studio room.
Just a second. It's right here.
He emptied a satchel onto one of the tables in the photography book, along with some brushes and racers, and a medium-sized canvas lit out. On the canvas were two figures reaching for each other. It echoed the collection on display in the exhibit. And yet something about this specific image tugged at me. What's this? Van's eyes followed my gaze to the painting.
Just the piece I've been working on for a while, actually. Remember how I used to draw and paint?
Uh-huh. Then you got into photography.
Right. Well, I've always had this feeling inside of me. It's the whole reason I got into art. It's hard to describe, but it's like I'm being pulled to something. Or I'm searching for it. I guess you could call it my purpose. I've been trying to capture it all my life. For a while I thought I could, with photography, but it's never been right.
Is that why this looks similar to the photos outside? You're trying to draw the feeling?
Yeah, basically. I thought if I created it myself with my own two hands, it would stop gnawing at me.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I could relate to Van's dilemma, this feeling of needing to create something, but it never comes out quite right. Sounded frustrating. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a beautiful piece, though.
Thanks. It's driving me crazy. I feel like I'm so close, but it's still missing something.
Oh, the devs added 3 more songs. Is this one of them, or is it like... Do you mind if I see? He nodded, and I picked up the canvas. If he nodded, that means he minds. He should have been like, no, I don't mind. A grayscale painting where 2 figures seemed to be ripped from one another. It was beautiful with a haunting sense of loss. My chest ached with an eerie emptiness, a longing. Something about it felt familiar. Something about it reminded me of last night's dream.
I know, it's a more depressing piece.
No, it's not. I mean, I feel like I've lost something when I look at it, but it's not in a negative way. It just feels familiar is all. Sorry for the awkward silence. Probably not the kind of reaction an artist is looking for.
All good. It's similar to the photographs outside, so it makes sense if it looks familiar.
But it also reminds me of a dream I had.
Really? What was it about?
Oh, when you start the game, one of the songs is the Red String of Fate. Started to play that song as a new one. Okay. That one had lyrics. That was interesting. What was my dream about? Nothing too profound. Just one of those dreams where you're in love with a random stranger. No way am I going to tell him I actually felt heartbroken over it. He's going to think I'm so dramatic. I do see what you mean, though, about it missing something.
Right? Feels like I've thought about everything, but I just don't know what it needs.
He was right. I could tell there was so many rich emotions in the piece. Grief, devastation, heartbreak, and yet it needed more. I thought back to last night's dream. How if I was actually in that position, I would give... He was whispering in the track and I was scared. If I was actually in that position, I would give anything to be reunited with that person ripped from me. How desperate I would cling to that hope that we would be together again. I almost wanted to have a happy ending, like they'll still be together. Maybe not now, but one day. Don't you Tengoku struggle on me right now. I know that goes against the whole point of the current piece, though. Fan searches through his pile of brushes before pulling out one with a thin bristle. Am I gonna watch this person create art in front of me? With unbelievable focus, he dipped his brush in paint and leaned towards the painting. After a steady breath, he adds a pop of color to the canvas with one smooth stroke. He continued adding small details from here and there before finally leaning back. I didn't dare utter a word, afraid I'd break his concentration. When he finished, a red string connected the two people. It was a small touch, and yet the piece felt more whole. Tragic that they were inexplicably tied, but were being separated. Correction, you're watching a hot man to drawing. Honestly, is this like the guy who pulls his guitar out and goes like, want to hear a song? But like, it's like, watch me paint this real quick. And yet endlessly romantic that the string wasn't broken. Perhaps one day they would meet again.
Like that?
Yeah.
That was it. It's so simple, but I can't believe I'd never thought to tie them together. Especially with this feeling that I was being pulled to create this. Thank you. Without you?
Thank you, Leah. Without you. I barely did anything. I was just thinking out loud.
Still, you helped me complete it. I've been chasing this idea for years, and after one day with you, I'm starting to think fate sent you to be my muse.
Oh, shucks. Crazy. Nah, that's just cheesy artist pickup line.
It's a no-go, huh?
Try again.
I'll save myself the embarrassment, but thank you. Honestly, I've been stuck on this piece for literally my entire life. Anyways, I'll stop boring you with my art nonsense. I have to wrap up the exhibit, but it should be over soon.
I'll stop boring you with my art nonsense. You know, the thing that makes me unique and special. The fact that I can draw like this. You know.
Then the real date begins.
What time is it, my guy? Like, what time does your exhibit close? Like, what's open right now? Denny's? Where are we going? Sounds good. I explored the rest of the art exhibit with a greater appreciation now that I knew Van was the artist behind the collection, as if my opinion is swayed because I know who created it, as if suddenly it's better. I don't know, that's cheating. Oh, this one's nice too. Leah, sorry for the wait. That's no problem. I've been just appreciating the pictures. You don't have to lie for my sake. I wasn't. I actually like your art. I never would have been able to enjoy this if it weren't for running into you. I'm glad fate sent me to be your muse. Don't remind me of that corny line. I can't believe I actually said that. Already regretting it. Depends. Did it work? I don't know. Kinda. Like... She's already simping in my book. Yeah, I hate to admit that I liked it. Wow, so you like that kind of stuff. I like making sure to keep that. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I can't wait to hear all the artist pickup lines you can come up with. Don't know if I'll be able to top the muse one, but I'll try not to disappoint you. Van offered his arm to me. I took it as he led us from the exhibit. So did you happen to plan anything for our date tonight amidst all the exhibit chaos? I think you're making the exhibit out to be bigger than it was. I do have an idea. Today there's a meteor shower that I wanted to check out. I was right about the dipper, bro. I also have a dipper tattooed on my body. Is this destiny? Want to come? Oh, yes, let's go. Van drove us to a mountain overlooking where glimmering stars speckled the night. the midnight blue sky.
Looks like it hasn't started yet. Perfect.
Excited, we exited the car. The starry night hung over us. The city spanned below us. Even without the shooting stars, it was a scene to behold. Pretty. My words faded with a yawn.
Are you tired? We can go.
Are you tired? We can go. You literally wanted to come out here to see a meteor shower. Can you imagine? Also, it's only 4 a.m. Calm down, sir. It's all right. We just got here. Besides, I want to see the stars. Like, let's go. I'm just a little tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Or this afternoon when I planned on taking a nap, but couldn't. Had a bad dream.
Really? Must have been something else to make you lose sleep like that.
It's weird. I've actually gotten it a couple of times, but every time I wake up, just as shaken up. Flashes of the dream, the cold prison walls, the harsh guard, the desperation in my voice resurfaced. And with them, the tightening in my chest returned. The details of the dream are usually hazy, but last night I always remember is the heartbreak I feel after. Like I've lost a part of myself. It's weird. I don't even know the other person. I can't even remember their name. But for some reason, I can't forget them. The way they make me feel. Hi, Dwight. I also have additional energy drinks just in case, and I have additional water bottles just in case. I'm prepared. Can you relate, Van? I didn't mean to be a downer. Like I said, it's just the dream I get sometimes. I swear, I'm not usually this dramatic over them.
No, don't worry. That's not it.
He shifted his weight between his feet as if uncertain.
In fact, it's the opposite. I get it. I get a dream like that too. Had it since I was in high school.
Ooh, really? Me too.
You've had this dream since high school too?
Yeah. Crazy coincidence, huh? Honestly,
That's one way of putting it.
She says stuff and then it sounds like she's copying him. Like she's just like, oh my god. He's like, I'm like photography. And she's like, oh my god, I'm actually trying to get a photography book for like my cousin's birthday party. Like, and then she's like, I had this dream since high school. She's like, oh my god, that's also how long I've had my dream. Weird.
Yeah, I don't tell people about it anymore. Stopped trying after the first couple of crazy stares I got. Not sure how many other details match, but mine always starts in a prison cell. Someone gets yanked away from me. Your standard stuff. I mean, the dream itself is generic enough, but...
Your
loss I feel
standard
afterwards
stuff. You got me.
Unbelievable. It inspired that piece I showed you. The one you helped me finish today.
Painting.
Yep.
You mentioned the filling being an inspiration for your work. Does that mean your exhibit today too?
Got a sharp memory, huh? That's right. The dream is the feeling I've been trying to recreate in all my pieces.
Maybe that's why I connected to so many of your pieces. I just really get along with you and your neck tattoo. And why I could help you complete your painting. I just have the best thoughts. Like, oh my god, are you gonna murder me, by the way? Like, you took me to the mountains. We've known each other 6 hours. Aren't you lucky I had the same dream right before stumbling into you today?
I told you, didn't I? Fate sent you to be my muse.
You say that to all your
I
dates.
have to say, this is a first.
Date? Or like first time you've said it to a date? I chuckled and shook my head. Still to think we had the same dream. What are the chances? Don't take him away. We're not doing this. His hand was yanked from mine, and the comforting warmth was... Oh, that's still a flashback. Dude, stop this. We're not doing flashbacks. The lingering warmth of someone's hand once clutched in mine. Do you want to hear another crazy coincidence?
You have more? I'm gonna start thinking you're making them up.
This part's almost over. Make sure you click on the red string. Or pick that up with the dog. We'll get it later. Well, I will say this one's harder to believe. In my dream, one of the last things I remembered was the feeling of someone's hand in my own.
I thought the last thing you remembered was heartbreak.
Mm-hmm. The last physical thing I remember.
Got it. What about it?
When we met, I got a similar feeling.
You did? What do you mean?
Like I have synthesis. When I hear people's names, I also feel physical sensations. Like the tickle of a whisper against my cheek, things like that. Usually I don't pay too much attention to it, but now that I think about it, that feeling I got when you told me your name was just like the one from my dream. String woke me up a bit. You mean the game or the word string? What happened? Oh dear, hang on. I'm gonna move my chair, hear me out. And move the bunnies. And hit my head on the desk. Not really, it was actually my headphone. Because these fell off the desk and I don't want the dog to find them. She's a challenge. I feel like we're together even when we're not. Lyrics, nice. The word. Are you wanting cheese? Are you wanting string cheese? Why? The lingering warmth of someone's hand once clutched in mine. I laughed nervously. Connecting all of these dots was starting to make me feel like a conspiracy theorist. It sounds like I'm making it up, but I say it out loud, but some coincidence, right?
Coincidence or fate?
Fucking stop saying that.
You ever experienced that sensation before?
That specific one? Not that I can remember, actually.
Do you want to hear my own crazy coincidence?
Oh no, not you too.
I have a condition like yours. When I touch someone for the first time, I get this feeling like deja vu. You know when you meet someone, but they feel so familiar, it's like you knew them in a past life?
Yeah, sure. Sometimes, maybe once.
It's like that. With you, though, it was much more visceral. I felt like I'd found someone I'd been searching for.
He's blushing. Look at that. We are for really doing this right now. Is that why he reacted like that? Van rubbed the back of his neck and turned towards the outlook. He let out a rueful laugh.
It sounds like another cheesy pickup line, but I swear it's more than that. In fact, I didn't want to tell you. Thought you'd get creeped out. But I can't help but feel like the universe keeps sending me these signs that I was meant to run into you.
I rushed to the guards, desperate to keep him by my... Wait, stop with the flashbacks. Van! Your car. I remember now. Van, is he? I also don't appreciate when they do reincarnation and they're like, you're actually got the same name in all your past lives. Or you look the same in all your past lives. Genetics would not allow. Genetics would never.
Oh, looks like the show started. At 11:11 too.
That's the time you make a wish, bro.
Make the wish of your life.
Listen, it's fiction. I know. I know it's fiction. Van pulled out his camera, shifting his attention to the starry path being traced in the night sky. I tried to slow my racing heart as I focused on the meteor shower, but I couldn't stop thinking about the dream about Van. Is he the one from my dream? What does it mean? Is it just chance or is it something deeper? Coincidence or fate?
Make your wish already?
Yeah, I would love a burger, actually. I would, love a burger right now. Not yet.
Better hurry before you miss your chance.
I tried to come up with a wish, but my mind kept running to last night's dream, the desperation to be with that person again. Is Van the one from my dream? Bro. I wish that one day I'll be able to make it to that riverside from the book earlier today with Van.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to tell anyone your wish. Otherwise it won't come true.
Oops, pretend you didn't hear it then.
Hear what?
Perfect. What about you? Did you make a wish?
Sure did. It's a secret though. Can't afford to jinx it.
If Leah is the one from my
I
dream.
hope the universe always pulls us together.
Do you think I should begin to believe that there is some truth to resurrection? Do we in our previous life woo one another, or is this just deja vu? What about reincarnation? That's something you think is real? Actually, yeah, but interesting. What do you think? To be honest, it's not really. Oh, wait, what just happened? But lately I've been thinking, I hope it is. This? Will you follow the string into the next life? Oh. Yeah, that was it. It is so simple. I can't believe I never thought to tie them together. Thanks, Leah. Without you, I barely did anything. Why? Dehydrate, thank you. This is not my favorite ghost drink, by the way. I got some just to try, and I love lemonade. And it says sour, and I was like, but maybe it's not as sour as I'm thinking it was. Wait, was that the entire game, though? Like, before this was added, was that the entire game? Was it that short? Because I had this blocked out that it was going to take a couple hours. Yeah, I had 3 hours dedicated to this. That wasn't 3 hours. Okay. No, did I mess up? Did I make all the wrong choices? Do I need to go back and redo all my choices? So you'd be like, no, I don't believe in fate and stuff like that. Like, oh. Okay. Asia. To be clear, I'm not reading flashbacks. The dream again. His velvet voice, that soft warmth in his eyes, the gentle touch. This mysterious stranger sometimes visits me in my dreams. Our interactions were so vivid, it was like they actually happened. Every time I was left with this desire to reach out to him, to grab hold of him and never let go, afraid I'd never see him again if I didn't. But every time I tried, I was only met with a dissipating haze, like a beautiful curse I was destined to relive over and over again. Okay, I have 2 to 3 theories right now, right? 1, every time they get together, somebody dies. 2, There is a movie. It's based off a book, but I didn't read the book. I watched the movie, and the movie was crazy. Got it. Thank you, Aisha. Alright, the whole thing went through was a demo. The full game came out. Okay, I just want to make sure. Like I said, I blocked 3 hours for it on my original schedule, and I was like, wait, it said it was going to be this many words. Alright, they're dead. No, that's not right. Oh, there is another one where every single time these two souls, I guess is the best way to describe it, pass through each other. It was a Tomei Jam 2023. Well, it's a year old, which means it's old, and I'm still playing it. But every time they intertwine, something like catastrophic happens. And sometimes somebody dies, sometimes neither of them die, but everything that happens like affects the world around them when they just happen to meet each other. Just saying, if they're still unhappy in that second-ish life, maybe they just can't be together. By the time I tried, I was only met with a desperate haze. I buried my face into my pillows as if that would rub away the melancholy setting over me and tried to fall back to sleep. But the lingering effects of the dream made it impossible. It was updated this year, so it's not really old. Yeah, well, guess what? It's May now. And that's halfway to Halloween. And I don't know what you just did, but that last GIF died, but like in a way that it's spanned over 3 different ones. What time is it? With heavy sleep-deprived eyelids, I blinked groggily at my clock. 1:11 a.m. I shook my head and groaned, hiding away once again under my blanket. Hopefully I'm not too tired at work tomorrow. As I closed my eyes, I sighed. Would my dream stranger visit me again when I fell asleep? Do I have the heart to let him sweep me away just for him to vanish as soon as the morning sun came? Why can't he be real? Give him a warm welcome to the team. Out of all the candidates, he was the best by a mile. I'm trusting you to show him the ropes. Okay, what's his name again? Van. That tickled of someone else's fingertips brushed against mine. Got it. I'll check in with you later. I have a good feeling about the two of you. New guy, huh? We'll see what he's made of. Hope he's as good as everyone makes him out to be. Come in. Hey, Yulia. That voice, bro. I jerked towards the door. I recognize that voice anywhere. Never would I have imagined to hear it outside of my dreams. And with the same tattoos, red string. Okay, don't take them. We're not doing the flashback. We did this already. No, he just isn't a shadow anymore. Slingshot, pulled iron bars. No response. No choice. Watched him get dragged away. Man! Yelled something back. Couldn't hear it. As his silhouette faded into the shadows, a piece of me was stolen with him. Sweat clung to my shirt as my entire lung. As air entered my lung in short bursts, my chest ached. The feeling of loss ached through my body. As I slowly came to, my breathing steadied, my heart raced slowed, and I was back. I fell back against my pillow. Why is it always about him of all people? I tried to fall asleep to no avail. Why do you look worse than usual today? Great, just what I needed. Waiting for my office door was by my office door was Van himself, as if he knew That was exactly what would worsen my mood. Enemies to lovers trope. Wait, do they actually know each other in this one? Because she just inferred that she met him in a dream. Literally shove it, Van. Wow, more aggressive. Aggravating too. Impressive. For your information, this is your fault. My fault. Yeah, because evidently it's not enough for you to make my life miserable here. You have to haunt me in my sleep too. You dreamed about me. It was a nightmare. Don't flatter yourself. So if you hate me a little more than usual today, you only have yourself to blame. It's not my fault you think about me so much that you're dreaming about me. Just shut up. I'm not in the mood today. Van only whistled before disappearing into his office, which somehow annoyed me even more than if he had said anything. Whatever. I entered my own office and started sorting through the mountain of emails awaiting me. After our conversation, I only felt more hung up on last night's dream. Why am I still thinking about it? Biz. Who is texting me, bro? Hey. That's Batsmaru. He's got the same picture he used before. I have Batsmaru. I picked Kuropi. What do you want? The proposal we have coming up. Did you make those edits yet? I'll get to it. Chill out. You sure? Your calendar says otherwise. Don't snoop around my calendar. How many times have I told you to not do that? I wouldn't do it if you didn't book it up like an idiot. I know how to do my job, Van. Get off my back. Jesus, you're still crabby from about your dream or what? Nightmare. And you're just being annoying. I don't need you to micromanage me. I'm not No what? Never mind. Not even worth it. Just do it. I don't want to have to keep waiting for you. My phone literally went silent and I took a deep breath to regain my composure. There he goes again, harping on me like usual. What is his problem? Does he even ever not half a stick up his... Okay, breathe. Don't let him get you worked up again. I remember the day we first met, when I thought I had literally met the man of my dreams. What a joke. I thought he would be sweet, charming, but this Van was aggravating, grumpy, a hard ass. The list went on, but our boss said we made a good team. And no matter how much Van and I disagreed with that, here we were 2 years later, still working on projects together. That client proposal is due at the end of this week. And as much as I hate to admit it, Van was waiting on me to finish the remaining pieces. But with everything else on my plate, I hadn't gotten a chance to get to it. Last night's nightmare wasn't doing any favors for my productivity. I hate when I get those nightmares. The fact I dreamed so desperately about Van in them was bad enough, but in the day after, how am I supposed to act around him? Especially like this. The gnawing feeling, the unease that ate away at me. As if something was about to go wrong and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Maybe I should ask him to help? No. Never let him, he'll never let me live it down. I can do it. I just need to rearrange my schedule. Van didn't message me for the rest of the day while I was able to make some progress on the client proposal. It wasn't finished like I had hoped. You have to be kidding me. As this excruciating day couldn't get any worse, it was now pouring rain. And I didn't bring out my umbrella. I can't believe this. Of all the god-forsaken things that could happen, this is just...
Talking to yourself now? You finally lose it?
Van was smirking. Smirking at me with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. I scowled at his less than appreciated appearance. You have eyes? Do you see my umbrella? I'm sure even you can figure out why I'm mad.
Dream Me didn't remind you to bring it this morning?
No, Nightmare You was busy tormenting me. Surprisingly, he didn't respond. Instead, he tilted his head as if contemplating. What? No scathing remark about how dumb I am for forgetting my umbrella?
Too easy.
Then what? Don't tell me you have an extra poncho lying around.
Of course not. Jeez, you're unbearable today. The rain isn't supposed to let up at all tonight.
Great. Thanks for the amazing news. I really appreciate it. In that case, pray I don't get sick and ditch you on the big project coming up. Van stared at me with some mixture of pity, disgust, and frustration. Don't look at me like...
Here, get under.
Van held his umbrella, and I blinked dumbfounded. Surely I heard him
Don't
wrong.
make me repeat myself. Did I stutter?
You'd let me walk with you?
Did I stutter? Listen, the only thing dumber than someone who forgot their umbrella before a huge thunderstorm is someone who gave themselves more work to do because they let that idiot get sick.
I do not want to get under his umbrella so bad. But I wanted to walk through this storm without one, even less. Fine, don't make this weird.
Right back at you.
He looks like Fumi. He lifted his umbrella over both of us, but there wasn't much room underneath, but it was better than the alternative. I awkwardly shuffled next to him, the closest we had ever been since we had known each other. He's got eyes. He's got eyes. He smelled annoyingly good, like warm, earthy pine.
Good.
I guess we'll find out when we start walking, won't we? He made a point to roll his eyes before we ventured into the rain. Water immediately soaked through my sleeves and I shifted closer to Van. He seemed to stiffen, but aside from that, absent from the snarky responses I would have expected from him. He's not bad to be around when he shuts himself up. The storm's wind picked up, pelting even heavier raindrops against me. My side is getting soaked. I glanced at his umbrella. He was holding it straight up, but the wind was blowing the rain at an angle. He needs to hold the umbrella this way to block more of the rain. I think we just... What? You need to... Why does it feel so awkward talking to him right now? Is it because he's being weirdly nice?
What are you saying right now?
Let me show you. I grabbed his wrist and angled it against the direction of the wind. He's got eyes. Imagine love interest with no eyes looking at the MC from Sympathy's Kiss, right? What's up with that? There, see? Whoa. His grasp on the handle faltered and we both fumbled and failed to grip the umbrella tight. It clattered to the ground, exposing us to the torrent of rain.
Idiot.
Me? You're the one who dropped it! He grabbed the umbrella and then my hand and we bolted for a nearby awning. Drenched and panting, we caught our breaths as we took a momentary reprieve from the storm.
Nice going.
How was I supposed to know you have butter
Make it a
fingers?
habit to grab anyone you know?
It would have been faster for me to just show you weren't holding the umbrella right. Imagine a game where MC's got no eyes and love interest with no eyes. I mean, that just sounds like we're dating the guy from Pan's Labyrinth. He shot me a piercing glare before turning back to the rain. I was hoping this would progress it.
Whatever. My place is just one train stop away. If you need to drive there, you can.
I live further than one stop. Sitting for that long in these soaked clothes. Oh, stop giving yourself an excuse. Yeah, fine, I won't take long. Thanks.
Yeah.
He held the umbrella out. I walked towards it. Before he pulled it away, eyeing me warily.
No more sudden moves from you, though.
Then hold it right this time.
Oh my god.
I returned to his side to that faint smell of pine, and together we hurried to Van's place. Alright, we can see what Van's place looks like.
Bathroom's on the left. I'll get you a towel. You can dry your clothes in the dryer. I have something you can wear in the meantime.
Thanks. And all the time we've known each other, I've never been to his place. He kept it surprisingly clean. I waited awkwardly at the doorway as Van retrieved my towel and spare clothes. Today has been interesting. Van being nice to me was a development I wouldn't have expected even if hell had frozen over. And for it to happen after my nightmare last night, all of it was too unbelievable to wrap my head around. I just showered. I'll just shower, and as soon as my clothes are done drying, I'll head out.
Here, this should fit.
Van returned with a fluffy towel, a clean shirt, and some baggy shorts.
But let me know if you need anything else. The dryer's in the closet connected to the bathroom, so just throw your stuff in there.
Thanks, okay, I cringed at my meek response and hurried to the bathroom. It's weird not being mean to him. She's like, I'm too used to being angry at this guy. I can't get used to being like, you're not the worst thing I've ever met. I pulled my clinging wet clothes from my body and turned on the shower. I realized what's happening. I think a mosquito finally got me. Oh, that's disappointing. The warm steam was a welcome relief after the cold rain. As I stepped into the shower, I sighed and let my worries melt under the hot water. Evidently, my thoughts returned to last night's nightmare. I was so heartbroken when Van was taken away. Even now, I could remember the way my chest ached for him, and the way I had grown flustered walking by his side today. No. We are not going to think about that right now. I turned off the water. The heat was obviously getting to my head. As I put his clothes on, the smell of pine surrounded me again. Damn, it's annoying. Why does he smell so good? Fresh from my shower, I stepped into Van's living room, but he was nowhere to be found. Van!
In here. You want anything to drink?
In here, you want anything? Have it. He brought out a bottle of beer for himself. I'll have... I didn't know you drank.
Well, if I'm gonna be stuck with you for the next hour or so.
And here I thought we were finally starting to tolerate each other.
Think again.
I rolled my eyes, though I hated to admit I felt more comfortable with than our usual banter.
You hungry?
He turned to start dinner, but without giving me a good glimpse of his smirk first. Great timing, stomach. Whatever, if he's making me drink, smell... Oh god, if it... He's not making me drink. Whatever he's making did smell good. While I wouldn't say it out loud, I was grateful for the food. Eventually, our meal was ready, and he served each of us a plate, including a side of his specialty, a shit-eating grin.
Well, eat up.
Describe it to me. Is it nachos? Because I would totally go down for some nachos. Be down, not go down. If you're going to be annoying about it, maybe I won't. Honestly, why am I friggin' here? Let's be real, right? She doesn't like them. They're just coworkers. And she forgot to bring something to get her out of the rain. And instead of just calling a taxi to go home, she decided to take it on, hoof it anyways. And he's like, I'll let you borrow my umbrella to the train station. And then she fucked up. And they fucked up together. And now we're at his place. Just go home, girl. It might have been longer than one block, but like, how much longer? He rolled his eyes, pushing my plate closer to me.
I was kidding. Lighten up. Make sure you eat. If you get sick before the big presentation, I'm gonna hunt you down and bring you into the office, nose running and all.
I scoffed, but obliged as I dug in. He's actually a pretty good cook. We ate in uncomfortable silence until Van spoke again.
Hey, that dream you said you had about me,
Nightmare?
what was it about?
What? Why do you care?
I don't know. I was just wondering.
So you can torment me over it?
No, that's not what I... Fuck. Why do you always have to make things so difficult? No, fuck. Why do you always have to make things so... Fuck. Why do you always have to make things so difficult? No, fuck. Why do you always have to make things so difficult?
Sounds like he didn't say the word. I love their interactions between them in this life. I like the sassy Sassersons that they are, but like I'm a little... Red straying, right, is different than reincarnation. I guess that's my one thing that's bothering me. And I also just don't like when they do reincarnations and they always look the same in every reincarnation. When have you ever given me reason to make things easy for you, my guy?
Just answer the question. Damn.
In my nightmare, what am I supposed to say? It was a nightmare, but it was because I lost him. This makes me sound like I'm in love with him. He'll hold that over me for as long as I live. It's embarrassing. What do I have to tell you?
Because I asked?
Doesn't mean that's not how that works. What kind of reason is that?
It's a big deal. Just tell me.
Easy for you to say. You can just listen and then make fun of me.
I won't make fun of you.
Why should I believe you, jackass? You've been fucking around this whole time. You literally called me an idiot. Like, you dropped the umbrella. Admit it.
Because I said so.
No. Yeah, right. Why do you want to know so bad?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Oh ho ho! You do if you want to know what my nightmare was about. Clenched his jaw when I refused to answer. He scoffed and rolled his
I'll
eyes.
tell you. After you tell me about your nightmare. Promise?
His interest was suspicious, too high to be due to his usual jackassery. I decided to tell him out of pure curiosity. Fine. All right, in my nightmare, I was in some prison cell, like those musty stone ones from cheesy historical period films, and you were being taken away from me by these guards. I don't know why. I kept trying to stop them, but it was useless. When I woke up, it was like the dream had actually happened and my chest hurt. I felt like I lost someone important to me, but then I remembered it was just you. I grew quiet, remembering the heartache before realizing Van was still listening to my story. I mean, it was a lot scarier than I'm making it sound right now. Like I got all scraped up from the stones and there was like this loud clanging and it was cold. You know what? Never mind. It sounded stupid when I say it out loud. It was just bothering me all day since the dream felt so real. And it was about you, of all people. So there you have it. My cheeks burned at having to share an embarrassingly intimate dream with him. And his silence was not helping. He probably is trying to decide which of his many annoying comebacks to make right now.
Have you ever heard about the red string of fate?
I have. It's actually one of my favorite theories. It's not a theory. Well, I guess it's a theory. The idea that soulmates are bound by a red string, right?
Yeah, that one.
That one, yeah. Okay, what about it?
Nothing?
Oh, that was a good one. Nothing? Nothing? Does it have to do with my nightmare? You think we're soulmates or something?
No.
You loser! Oh my god! You think we're soulmates?
As if you would be my soulmate.
Why are you blushing? Are you saying you believe in soulmates?
Don't be ridiculous.
What? What would I be? You're the one who brought it up. You're acting weird, like weirder than usual. Are you drunk?
Ugh, please.
Well, you still didn't tell me why you wanted to know about my nightmare. Is it connected to this red thing? Red string thing?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh, you don't want to tell me. I had to tell you about my nightmare.
You're gonna be an ass about it.
No, I won't. Promise.
Duh, fine. That dream you had about me?
Nightmare?
Ugh, shut up. I saw something similar when you wrestled me today.
I did not wrestle you. I touched your arm. Do not misrepresent me. I did not get entangled with you, my guy. What do you mean you saw something? Are you making fun of me?
When I touch someone for the first time, I get these visions, like deja vu, but stronger. It doesn't happen a lot. It's not like I meet people from my past lives often, but it does. And I know it sounds crazy, so don't even bother saying anything right now, or you will piss me off. I swear to God.
You have a lot of energy. Like, a lot. Okay? I'm allowed to feel and react how I like. Okay? You are not in charge of my emotions.
With that dream you had about me, I saw the same thing when you manhandled me earlier. And just like you, I've never experienced anything that strong before.
You need to calm down, okay? Manhandling? That's insane. I touched your wrist. Like that, I'm not... I get, you're sensitive, I assume, but like, what?
The vision was so clear, and afterwards I felt... Anyways, I remembered the red thread, and I thought, what if, in another life, we were separated, and 2 years ago, we finally found each other again. I mean, it's stupid. You're right. Just forget I said anything.
He's so annoying. Why are you laughing? I'm scared already. Just forget. I don't want to forget. You just like match his energy. You know you sound crazy, right? I didn't say it was stupid. You put those words in my mouth. I definitely didn't say that either. But I do think it's weird we both saw the same thing. Okay, let's just hypothetically, if we rolled with this idea for 1 second, just one. You're saying in a past life we were together, but we got separated for some reason. And after all these years, we found each other again because we're soulmates tied together by the red string of fate. Am I understanding this correctly? Right? That's why I had the dream and you had that vision.
When you say it like that, it sounds corny.
That's how you said it. You know, if you want me to be your soulmate, you're not selling it well.
I don't want you to be my soulmate. I didn't even believe in them or think about them until now. Never mind. This was dumb. I shouldn't have even brought you up. We're probably just tired from work. And we spent so much goddamn time together. Now we're getting the same weird stress dream.
Okay.
Just forget it.
You had a vision, I had a dream. Mine's woke me up in the middle of the night, yours did not. I wanted to forget. Oh, he didn't even know how badly I wanted to forget. But I couldn't. The dreams, the invisible connection to him, it pulled at me like the red string. Am I screaming? And he's like, what the hell's happening? I'm like, I'm dying.
But now,
I have synesthesia, and whenever I hear someone's name, I get a physical sensation. Sometimes it's really subtle, like sinking into a pile after a long day. Other times it's a bit stronger. When you first told me your name, it felt like that short moment after you've held someone's hand and you can still feel the warmth of their hand on your own palm. Or it was when someone's hand had been ripped from yours in a prison cell. You know that feeling that we all can relate to.
now you're making shit up.
I'm not making it up.
If you want to be my soulmate so bad, just ask me out like a normal person.
You're the one who said we were soulmates. Okay, you're the one who brought the red string theory and started talking about soulmates. I think maybe you should think about what you want, my guy. You're the one who brought up the idea of soulmates first. Van tapped his finger against the table. Something he did whenever he was deep in thought.
You're being serious right now? About the name thing?
Did I stutter?
Damn. This is so fucking weird.
I'm taking Tylenol because my back is hurting and I keep shifting and it's not getting better, so maybe this will help. I got more. What's weird?
When do coincidences become fate?
I was starting to feel tired from all of these revelations and glanced at my phone. 2:22 a.m. Whoa. A.m.? Why am I in his house this late? Oh my god, I need to get home. Girl, what time did you leave work with this man? What do you mean 2:22? He made dinner. What just happened? I jumped from my seat. Van glanced wide-eyed at me and then the clock.
You're leaving?
It's already past 2 and we have work tomorrow. You want me to pull an all-nighter with you talking about whether we're soulmates, Ariel?
You can't go home now. It's dangerous.
You're saying you want me to stay the night?
I don't want you to stay the night, but it's too late for you to walk home alone.
I don't have clothes for tomorrow.
Just wear what you wore today.
The same outfit? The ridicule, the talk. They'll think I was sleeping with someone.
Who cares? No one will even notice. We're all barely human at work anyways.
Oh, fair point. It is late.
It's fine. You can sleep on the couch.
Oh, a couch? A couch, you're so kind. I'm going home. Wow, no bed for your guests.
Nope. I have just the one, and it's for me. Unless you want to share.
Hard pass.
Just say please. I'll consider it for my soulmate.
One bed trope didn't happen. Original. MC just slept on the couch. In your dreams.
More like in yours.
Fuck you, Van. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Van gestured for me to follow him to the living room. I sat down as he walked to his bedroom. He returned shortly with some blankets and pillows. I was buried under a pile of plush throws and cushions. Excuse me?
You're excused.
He dismissively left me, and his bedroom door closed with a reverberating sound. So, fine night. Ugh. He is the worst. Soulmate my ass. My ear itched. The dev was in another stream, I know, and was like, you should add the one bed trope. Actually, it would be funny if it was a twin bed trope. Then they would have to be like nose to nose on the bed. She hasn't finished the appendix edits I told her about. I searched her calendar. I could already hear her yelling at me for it. Her schedule is packed again. Why does she take on so much? I don't know. I like to overcompensate because I never feel like I'm doing enough. It had been a couple of days since that weird soulmate incident, but we hadn't seen much of each other since because she's been avoiding you, bro. Soulmates. What was I thinking? I must have been drunk out of my mind to have said that out loud. You told her you weren't drunk. It was really strange. After what I had seen there when we touched.
I think they're coming for me soon. The prison guards were talking about it.
Really? Already? I couldn't agree more, but I have to stay strong. My punishment was coming now, whether we wanted it or not. And I wanted to make this as painless as possible for her sake. Isn't there something we can do? Something we can... Yeah?
Remember our promise?
No. Actually, this is a flashback that hasn't happened before. I do.
I'll make it happen. No matter what. I swear it.
Then find me in the next life.
Always.
She reached for me through the bars and I took hold of her hand. I committed it to memory, the feel of her skin, the strength of her grip, the warmth of her touch. I'd never forget any of it.
They're coming. But don't forget, okay? No matter what.
Adrenaline coursed through my body. How was it possible to feel even more nervous? I never imagined it would be so difficult to keep it cool in my last moments. I thought I'd accepted this a long time ago. Maybe I had before I met Leah. Could she feel my hand shaking, hear the quiver in my voice? She was so close and yet so far. What I would do to bring her into my arms. But there was no use for these kinds of thoughts. All that was impossible. And so I prayed to turn the impossible possible. If there's anyone out there, let this be my only request. Let me find her again. My one request. Is she really... Oops. Is that really a past life we shared? There was no way. Every logical bone in my body rejected the possibility. So then why couldn't I stop thinking about her? To call her my soulmate out like that? My face heated up from the memory. And now Leah has me blushing. Unbelievable. This chick ruining my life. As much as I tried to forget the conversation, I noticed myself getting even more distracted by her than usual. Has she eaten? She seemed stressed. What meeting does she have to go now? Excellent question and thoughts brought on by a new hyper-awareness of her. And to make matters worse, not only could I not get Leah out of my mind, I couldn't talk to her the same as before. Which brought me to my current dilemma. When the hell is she gonna finish the appendix? It's due in 2 days. Fuck it, where is she? All these questions were new, were making me fidget. There was nothing left to do but seek Leah out and ask her myself. It had been a couple of days since our soulmate talk, but since then, Van and I had interacted very little with each other. The main reason being all of these small projects I had to manage. A mountain of emails here, a pile of documents there, endless meetings somewhere else. I have no time to myself. I'm gonna lose my mind. What made it even more stressful was the proposal deadline coming up. I still hadn't made the progress I needed on the document. I right-clicked. Things just keep happening. There's always some fire I need to douse. It was like I could feel Van glaring at my back. Leah, here it comes. I got up and opened my office door before hurrying back to my desk. I already know what you're going to say. I'm going to work on it today. Van hesitated before stepping into my office and he closed the door behind him. Whoa. The deadline's coming up. If you need help, I don't need help. I got it. Relax. Stuff just keeps coming up, so I haven't had time, but I'll do it. Just, I don't need you breathing down my neck. Is there anything else I can do to help you? While you work on the edits, that is. No way in hell am I asking for your help. You're not asking, I'm offering. Jackass. It doesn't have to be big. However long you were going to spend working on other crap, focus on the proposal instead. Hear me out. I am busy. You don't need me to help you. Why don't you do it yourself? You're so worried. I'll take care of whatever you would have worked on. Why? So you can hold it over me? No thanks. So I can stop waiting for you and put my final edits in before the deadline. Fine, whatever. Come here. Van leaned over me and the new proximity reminded me again of that addicting scent of pine. I pointed him to a different email I needed to respond to. That's it. She just needed to respond to an email and make sure to follow up with them on whether those forms get approved. Jeez, normally people hire secretaries for this much work, you know? Now you know why I've been talking a lot. He doesn't respond, simply pulling up an extra chair and starting. I turned my attention to my own stack of documents. Let's see, one of the changes we need to implement was in Appendix C. Appendix? What the heck is that? I tap my pen against the table metal, mentally reviewing the last edit of our presentation. And then there was table 5A.
Just emailed about the new meeting time.
His help was meant to give me some breathing room, however, all I could think about was how much I needed his help and how much I was drowning. My vision blurred as hot tears gathered on my lashes. I don't want to cry in front of him. I stared at the ceiling and tried to discreetly blink away the water, but the subtle movement was enough to catch Van's attention.
You okay?
No. I couldn't respond. If I did, it would be like breaking a dam. You don't want me to burst into tears here. Don't ask me this question. I covered my eyes, hoping that it was enough to hide away. I didn't dare peek at him, the expression on my face as I cried. I was like, how does that work? And he didn't say anything, only my occasional sniffle broke the silence. I half expected him to throw one of those usual sharp, piercing remarks he loves to jab at me with. But he didn't. Leah? Don't. Whatever you're going to say, don't. It's just so much. And everyone acts like they're only giving a small thing, but it piles up and piles up. And by the time I realize how much work it is, it's too late. And I don't know how to break it down to share it. And my voice cracked. And I swallowed the rest of my sentence. I didn't trust myself to continue without completely breaking down. Van seemed to hesitate before reaching for my hand awkwardly. He held my hand in his, rubbing small circles along my knuckles. I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to picture that one. Like this? Like rubbing my... Like, don't rub my knuckles? It was strangely comforting and my sniffles started to fade. Sometimes I just wish I could leave it all behind, drop completely off the map and run away.
To where? Someplace by the river?
Yes, actually. I've always wanted to go.
Really? Crazy guess. Well, if you ever take the leap, take me with you.
You would come.
Beats this place. Maybe then I'd pursue my dream of being an artist.
You want to be an artist?
When I was younger, it was all I could think about. But, you know, parents don't approve. You go to college, you get a... But, you know, parents don't approve. You go to college, you get a soul-sucking job like this.
It's never too late.
Sure. But then who will do all your work for you when you're having a good cry?
I just multitask. I cry in the shower. This is the first time that's happened.
Impressively, it is.
He laughed. A few strands of his hair fell into his face. He actually looked cute. Is that possible? Do I have a fever? Am I dying? Did I really just think that about Van, of all people? My mind drifted back to our recent conversation. Wait, I thought I clicked. I'm getting sleepy. Why do you still think we're soulmates?
I don't know.
It's hard to believe, and you don't seem like the romantic type.
Is that any way to talk to someone helping you?
Is that any way to talk to someone helping you? Oh my god. I'm just stating facts, bro. I'm just spitting truths.
Do you think we are?
You didn't even answer.
You go first. I'm still thinking.
Are you going to steal my answer?
Oh, please. When have I ever done that?
True. There's not one thing you can do that... If there's one thing you can do, it's think for yourself.
Wow, that a compliment?
Don't let it get to your head.
Too late.
I shook my head, trying to hide the smile on my face. Anyways, do believe we're soulmates, don't believe we're soulmates? I don't know. I mean, technically, they act very soulmate-matey-ish. But if I agree, does that mean, like, I'm a soulmate, but, like, I have to, like, not pursue my career anymore? I know, that's weird. Okay, let's see. Whether we are or aren't, I don't think that matters.
Why?
Why? Because being in love, falling in love, it's about the appearance, the experience even. You know, learning about each other, finding new things to fall in love with. It's gone 6 hours. How much energy you got left? I feel like this is the part where it's gonna hit me the hardest because I'm not usually up this late in terms of like staying all night. I'm usually in bed by 3 a.m. So this is me pushing it right now, but I think once it hits 9 a.m. I'll have more energy again. Like my body will be like, oh, now you should be awake or something. I don't know. I could be tricking myself. Hydrate. I kind of appreciate the Left 4 Dead group staying on a little bit longer because I felt like that helped keep me a little more energized. This is another life red string enemies to lover trope. Is there multiple lives that we're gonna live through, by the way? Or is this like the one we stay at? Or is it every single time we say we're in love, we get a new life? You know, learning about each other, finding new things to fall in love with, supporting someone no matter what, and them doing the same for you. A relationship that's just pure and unselfish. Multiple lives, okay. So then this is, hang on, let me Google it. There isn't a movie, it's from a long time ago. It did not do well in the box office because people didn't understand it. And the reason they didn't understand it is because it involved reincarnation. And the reason they didn't understand it was because they did use the same actors for all the reincarnations. However, every time they showed them, they looked different. Like they were doing prosthetics and stuff. So people just wasn't getting the connection for the reincarnations. It's called Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas. trying to click on any of the pictures just to show it. So this is, it had Tom Hanks and Halle Berry in it. That's showing. But they used the same actors throughout. And they just did, like, this is the same actor. They show multiple times. They just changed his makeup again and again and stuff and did like prosthetics and stuff so he would look different in each of these lives. And the whole thing evolved around how, I think one of the premises in it was like how you could start off the villain and end up the hero, because each of your lives, you're not the same person, but there are people in each of your lives that you always end up clashing with no matter what. That's not probably the right word, not clashing. Like you just end up always in each other's lives no matter how many times you're reborn. And I guess that could be Red String, but it's not Red String. The book was better received, but the movie was just hard to make with all of the, I think it was like layers. I don't remember it being like one, but it was like one reincarnation, the next reincarnation, the next reincarnation, and then it'd flip back and forth between them. There's 3 more lives. There are 2 lives that is short. When you finish the game, you can go back to certain lives. The developer added a funny life part. Make sure you check it out. Is the funny life part there rocks? A relationship that's just pure and unselfish. I think soulmates are just a way to confirm that a person you're with will do that. So I guess even if you are my soulmate, you have to prove it. He laughed again and my heart fluttered. Has his laugh always sounded like that?
I don't know if I believe in soulmates, but if they existed, I think the universe would send signs. Signs like the ones they already sent to us. So maybe we're soulmates. Maybe we're not. I don't know, but...
He's beautiful. Those fangies, though, look like straws.
I do know that since the day we touched, I can't stop thinking about you. At first I was just curious, and are you my soulmate? Are you not? But it didn't take long for that to change. Soon you were always on my mind. Are you in your office? How are you doing? Fuck, this is embarrassing.
Is it? Is it embarrassing for you, Van? He wasn't the only one that felt that way. The back of my neck, the tips of my earlobes felt hot. You've been thinking about me? You burn for me? And not in a bad way?
As much as I want to deny it, yes.
Normally I would have retorted with something sharp, but as much as I wanted to deny it, his confession flushed me in a good way. Shit, this is a great way to wake up. I'm glad you're waking up, Blue, because I'm nodding off. What happened? Just a couple days ago, you were at each other's throats, bro. We were... Happy birthday! Thank you, Blue. Oh, that reminds me. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab... My back has just been hurting for a little bit since I've been sitting here. It started about, I'm gonna say like 30 minutes ago. I'm just gonna grab an ice pack out of the freezer, which is beside me. It's not that far. Hang on. And then Asia says you woke up to my favorite visual novel. Yes, Asia actually also woke up to her favorite visual novel because she fell asleep during the Left 4 Dead stream. which honestly was super funny. That was a lot of fun. I hope we get to play it again. All right. Just a couple days we're at each other's throats. Literally just got here. I'm already hooked. Have you seen this one before? Let me see. Asia had the link earlier, but I have all the links, bro. Watch this. It's a free one. They do accept. It's like one of those ones where you can pay what you want, so you can play it for free, or you can donate to them when you download it, if I recall. But honestly, the art is gorgeous. I will say it's a little cliche in a way, but like honestly, I'm not expecting anything crazy here because it is the red string theory, and that is all about fate. And so if it's not a little cliche, then I don't know if you can say it's fate. They treat us too well. A lot of the games I will be playing today are free. Even Fall Guys, which by the way, we're going to do a collaboration for Fall Guys. If you guys want to play Fall Guys, you can pretty much play with anybody if you own the game. The game's free. So if you guys download that, we can play Fall Guys later today. What good things have you been thinking of? So then what good things have you been thinking about me?
Shut up. I give you a whole speech and you still want more?
Cliche is comfy. It's true. Cliche is comfy. I like cliches. I won't lie. Like, I'm always pretty good at predicting things or like getting kind of close to what I think's gonna end up happening in a story. So like, honestly, it's all the same for me. Good to be back. Oh. Shut up. I give you a whole speech and you still want more. That's right. Give me everything.
You always greedy with the people you like?
Absolutely. Oh, I didn't say I liked you.
Sure. I'm laying my heart out, holding your hand, and you haven't moved a muscle. What is that then? Maybe
I'm just not mean like you to people when they're vulnerable.
Like I'll believe that after working with you for this long.
Oh, Mr. Witch. Ooh, I was watching the Hallmark movies during Valentine's and Christmas, specifically the ones either Lacey Chabert? I don't know if I know that name. I used to watch the Hallmark movies a lot when I actually was a kid. I feel like they've gotten a little more cliche than they used to be. But I'm trying to think if there's any that stand out. You know what's really funny? Is it Lifetime? Wait, no, it was Hallmark. There's this line. I'm thinking Lifetime, aren't I? But there were some I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's because back in the day, I don't know. I feel like the acting was better. Like it sold it better. Like sometimes the cliche stuff that happens in the newer Hallmark movies scream cliche. Like you know it's coming. Like you could almost sit there and guess the next line and get it. I like the aesthetic. I'm a sucker for stars, zodiac signs, and the drawing me into this game. The aesthetic is actually why I picked it too. Because one, I love the string theory. That's one of my favorite tropes. That's what I'm going with tropes. There's so many stories where I see that and I just think it's gorgeous. Like as a concept, I love it. And I also like zodiac stuff. Although I'm pretty bad with zodiac stuff in terms of actually knowing the differences and things like that. But we own a lot of palm reader decor. So technically I'm right on board with it. I believe that after working with you for this song, also the music's really good. And then Asia said they added 3 new songs to this too. So this is actually an updated version of the game. I'm not mean. I'm just complicated, bro.
Sure.
He smirked. I also, his tattoo right here, I have this tattoo on my foot. I have a constellation on my foot. Which was actually, when I got because I go get my nails done like once a month. The songs are on YouTube. Hot damn. It keeps throwing in the touch starve ones now for me because it's like, hi, you want to mix? Here's Sleep Token, Corpse Husband. Here's Touch Starve soundtrack. Here's, like, it just keeps adding all the different things. And I go like, wait, what a second. I don't know this one. And it's just because I haven't heard it a bunch of times, but it's still good. He smirked absent-mindedly, bringing the top of my hand to rest upon his cheek. To think... Oh, your foot didn't hurt? On your foot? What? To think this is happening because of a thunderstorm. Prim doesn't like the word feet. Oh, on my feet. Oh my god, sorry. Yeah, no, it did hurt. Oh my god, my brain lost it right then. Yes, it hurt, but I've got a lot of... I'm sorry, you guys have seen my arm, right? I've got a lot of tattoos. The ones on my feet are specifically from when we'd go for like the house... What's it called? Friday the 13th? So Friday the 13th, I don't know if you're familiar with getting tattoos. On Friday the 13th, they do $13 tattoos with a $7 tip. So it's actually a $20 tattoo. And my sister Eunice likes to get little tattoos. That's all she likes, really. She likes sticker looking like tattoos. And so she'll usually get 2 or 3. And since I'm with her, I'll get like 1. And so as of this moment, on my feet, which Prim censors, like people censor the word moist, I have the Little Dipper. I have a T-Rex. I have a Bronchosaurus. I have little kitty paws. And the tattoo artist tried to convince me not to get the kitty paws because he's like, it's gonna look like you're stepping on a cat. And I'm like, that's hilarious. Do it. Because they're just like this. And it's like, because I only keep it on my feet. He wanted it on my ankle. I'm like, you are not putting that on my ankle. You're gonna put it on my foot. And so it's like on the side of my foot. So it literally like looks like I'm stepping on a cat. I didn't even plan it. That's just how it looked. And I have a, what do you call it? The death moth. It's like a moth that has like a skull on its back. And they're all in pastel colors. Dude, it's so cute. I just thought it's funny. It's like, how about I put it up higher? That way it doesn't look like you're stepping on a cat. I'm like, no. You made me want this more. I love this idea. But yeah, these are just the $20 tattoos. I usually only get 1 every time I go, but I think I got the 2 dinosaurs and the kitty cat paws all at the same time, so that was a bit different for me. I usually just do 1. Shock horror. I think it's cute. To think this is happening because of a thunderstorm. Bro, it's happening because of fate, guys. Oh wait, I didn't even finish that story, sorry. I get my nails done about once a month, and my nail tech, when she was looking at my leg, she's like, you have the Little Dipper in moles on your leg. And then she like looked at my foot and she goes, oh, actually that's the Big Dipper and this is the Little Dipper, as like a joke. I'm covered in moles, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed. If we were together in the past life, do you think this is our first time meeting since then?
I wouldn't know. If we have met, I don't remember.
Fair. Fair. Holding my hand isn't jarring any memories?
What? No, I don't know. That's not how my thing works.
That's not how my thing works is a great sentence. My left arm has a lot of them. Ooh, really? What kind of tattoos? I leaned closer to him, and the unfamiliar pink hue on his cheeks deepened. What? No scathing remarks? No witty retort? No snide comments?
Shut up.
Oh, a classic. By now, my lips were just only a breath from his. Each inhale Van brought us torturously closer together. If I include my hand, it'll be around 15. Oh, moles. Oh, okay. Sorry. I actually was debating getting this added. What side is my face? This side. To my, can you see that? Yeah, kind of. To my bunny. So I have a triangle. Like I have literally a triangle on my cheek. I have 3 moles that form a triangle. I literally have a mole on the inside of my lip. I have the, I don't know what you call it, the beauty mark on my other cheek. Nice. Game has typos too. You know, that's fine. Typos are fine. This is like an indies game, so I expect typos. I have a big one on my my neck. I have like one around here, and then I have just a ton down my arms. In fact, my tattoo arm, I have 4 literally that make a square. Fun fact. I have not counted them though. I don't know how many I have exactly. But there's like 2 here, like right here, and then there's 2 right here, and it just forms a whole square. Moles. I'm covered in moles. I'm basically a spy at this point. My lips were only a breath from his. Each inhale Van took brought us torturously closer together. Kiss him? You know what? Blue said to go bold, so we'll go ahead and try it. I paused. I have a big one on my back. Not on my back, but on the back of my leg, I have a big one. I joke that it's my cancer mole. I paused, appreciating this new side of Van, frustration, before hearing him murmur,
Kiss me already.
Oh, okay. What was that? Ask nicely.
What? No way.
Shh, you don't want us to get caught, do you? Now ask nicely. His breath hitched as he parted his lips. Which, to be clear, that's the one I have to actually watch because I think it might be. But it's oh, that's way too big. I don't think I can do it with fingers. It's like the size of my pinky nail. Like it's not tiny, but it's not huge. His breath hitched and he parted his lips. Why?
Kiss me. No way. There's no way I can.
His life is he's going through it right now. All right. Enough with the complaining. Jeez. My mouth brushed against his. He stiffened for a moment before hungrily enveloping me in a kiss of his own. I said kiss him. Why are we doing this? We parted for a second, each of us using the opportunity to catch our breath, and he mumbled,
Holy shit. You suck at kissing.
Wow, okay, we're never kissing again. You can die now. Then don't kiss me. He cut my words off with his lips on mine and placed his hand at the base of my neck, pulling me even closer to him. For someone who says I suck, he sure can't seem to stop kissing me. I pulled away from him, ready to retort. He easily shut me up with another kiss before leaning back.
You're going to say something annoying, right? You always make that face before you do.
The don't could have sounded a little more breathy, right? Am I the one who feels like that? Should have been a little more like don't. Like a little lower. Because we're kissing right now. It needed to be breathier. Let's get in touch with Shelby. Shelby will show him. He flashed me the same smirk he always wore when he wanted to make my life harder. Don't compare that to Goemon. This man is trash. Goemon is not the voice actor for Shelby Snell. That is not Ken. Goemon is the voice of Adolf. Oh, wait, gives a Goedum IDK. Homer's dough? Wait. I totally missed that it's giving Goey. Oh my god. Are you saying it sounds like Goemon, or are you saying it feels like Goemon? Time out a mod. Okay, who are you wanting to time out? Well, just kidding. There's only one. You coward. She paid for it. She paid it. What's wrong on my screen? Failed. Oh, hang on. It's gonna actually be funny. It's failing to load the thing to time her out. Oh, interesting. I'll be back. Okay. Honestly, that's probably better than me timing you out. Felon. We're felon. That's perfect. Is my chat thing broken? It might have honestly broke with everything else. I'm just trying to see if it's working right now. Don't want to close chat and open it again and see if that fixes it. I don't know. The Goemon part really triggered me. Prim should really feel proud because Asia spent her cabbages for the first time on this. This time I didn't find myself as annoyed by it. It's the love part. Oh, because they're faded? That's fair. They are faded. Van stared at me for a moment longer before returning his attention to my computer. Bro, do your work.
Well, hate to cut the party short, but if you don't finish your changes by the end of the day, it's my ass on the line too. So, chop chop.
Fine.
You sound so disappointed. If you do well, I'll reward you later.
He leaned towards me, planting a quick peck on my cheek before pulling back. Bro. Prim, you're supposed to be muting yourself. You swore you would. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can fix this. The problem is when I do it, it's 20 minutes. I don't know why. Did I break it? Did I break it, dog? Chat. Did I break chat? You know what? This makes sense. This makes sense. I broke chat. I'm so sorry. OBS hates me now. I have all the KBSs, but not chat. The heck? Welp. Chat's not loading. I shouldn't have closed it. That's a my bad. Server's IP address not found. Is my entire stream about to crash? What does that mean? Chat, are you still there? Test, test. Okay, I still see you. I don't know how to describe this other than OBS. When I tried to mute or time out Asia, it quite literally wouldn't let me. And this is what my phone's doing when I try to open Stream Manager. Like, it's not... I see y'all, at least. Oh dear, what have I done? I don't have an answer. We're just gonna call it and keep going. I'll move chat ever so slightly over, and I'll only see y'all when you guys are commenting on the screen for right now. You know what? This sounds about right. I was planning, let me see. You know what? I was planning on taking like a reset after the game block, but maybe I'll do it before just to restart my computer. And then we'll figure it out then. So once we're done with the Intertwine, I'll just restart my computer. Sorry about that, guys. What a day. First it crashed. Thank you for the long stream, and I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so sad that my back just started hurting. But you know what? That's not uncommon. Thank you for hanging out with me today. All right, so we got 3 more routes of this, and then we'll just do my restart. I was gonna take the break after the game block because then we could start Snow Ashes, which we're also gonna do an Animal Crossing tour later on. I went to my island yesterday just to clean all the, what do you call them? The things that grow. Pieces of grass, that's the right word. But like I cleaned up my island just for y'all. And then I talked to one of my my villagers, and she's like, it's been 2 years since you've been here last. I'm like, has it? He leaned towards me, planting a quick peck on my cheek before pulling away. That shit-eating grin was back, and I pushed him. Shut up. Do you normally reward your coworkers like that?
I have to say, this is a first.
Good. I tried to ignore the rising heat on my cheeks and return to my work. As I promised, by the end of the day, I had finished making all the changes. But adamantly, I had been distracted by Van the entire time, something I never would have thought possible before today. Soulmates, huh? An invisible red thread connecting those who are destined to meet regardless of time, place, or circumstances. The thread may stretch or tangle but will never break. Chinese proverbs. Would you ever want to get married? If I say no, do I ruin the game? Because no. No. No? Are we done with the game, Asia? No, it's not. Oh, that makes sense. Why am I so curious? No, reason. It's okay, so then I click on this again. Will you follow the string to your next life? Yeah, let's go. Ever since we ran into each other, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. So, will you go out with me, Leah? Fan! I'm sorry. I like you. I really do. But I'm not looking for a relationship right now. There was a huge tug in my chest as Van's face fell. I just think I need to focus on myself. Like, look at me. I'm not ready. People, right person, wrong time and all that, you know? My lips quivered into a weak smile. Yeah, I get it. Maybe when the time is right. Until then, try not to forget about me. I could never. Did I ruin it? Did I? Like, 3 lives. Van stared at me for a moment longer before returning his attention to my computer. Hate to cut the party short, but if you don't finish your changes by the end of the day, it's my ass. Fine. I'll reward you later. I do, don't I? Huh. What the? Okay. As I blinked, sunlight flooded my vision. A dream? Wait, am I where I've always wanted to be? I don't know if there's a... I don't see it. I was hoping there was a way to hide the bar like usual. About Van, why am I thinking about him after all these years? Why? How funny, is that what we would have been like if we'd ended up together? Clear water rushed over gleaming rocks. As I groggily sipped on my drink, trying to shake off memories. dredged up from that dream. It had been years since I first saw images of this place, and since then, I had saved all my money to settle things down here. I finally made it. It was an incredible feeling to finally see my dreams come true. In fact, my entire life felt like a dream. Oh, good. In work, I had achieved the success I had always dreamed of. What's that like? In friendship, my circle was close and my relationships deep. And years of self-love have taught me how to give myself the happiness and freedom I always wanted. When it came to love, I had never felt any shortage. And yet, sometimes in moments like these, I thought of that man from all those years ago, what it would have been like to share these experiences with him. I wonder if he ever thought about me or if he ever found someone else. I didn't regret my decision. Everything I ever done led me to this moment. And yet, did I really? Oh man, it is so broken. All of your pictures did not work. What would have happened if I had said yes? I don't know how I broke chat. If I had 3 lives, I'd marry you in 2. The others, perhaps that life over there at Starbucks, sitting alone, writing a memoir, maybe the novel of this poem. Friends to laugh with and amend, sometimes for a weekend, to remember what skin feels like when it's alive. I'd walk the beach at sunrise, find perfect shell spirals, and study pockmarks watermarks in the sand, and I'd wonder sometimes if I ever find you. Sarah Russell. Interesting. Last question, I promise. Coincidence or fate? Okay. I am a realist. I love the concept of the red string theory. I've already stated that. But I'm also a realistic person that the world is full of coincidences and things. And sometimes something magical happens from that and it can feel like fate. But fate in itself, I do not believe in. But am I going to put what I really feel or am I going to put what I think the game wants to pick? Because when I said no, I don't want to ever get married. And the reason I never want to get married is because I feel like if you really, really like somebody a lot and like you love them, you shouldn't have to get married because you should feel safe with them. And I feel like a lot of people get married because they feel like that protects them. And I don't agree with that. So do I put coincidence, which is how I truly feel, or do I put fate? Oh man. Asia, do I get a bad ending if I keep this up? Please let me know. Should I do fate? It's so sour. Do what you want, boo. All right. You can choose whatever you want. It doesn't change the game. Don't worry about it. Even if I don't, how'd you know I'd say fate? Wait, oh. Interesting. The last part needs to stop going. It's not like other ones. Okay. Got it. So it's more like Goodbye World? It doesn't matter if you win or lose in that game. You get the same things every time. 444 days. Ooh. As I finished etching the most recent tally on the wall, I leaned back. Wait, it's not like other visual novel games, and yet it gives me the opportunity to save 60 times? It's just trolling me? Oh, this is new? Okay. As I finished etching the most recent tally on the wall, I leaned back. Have I really been a prisoner for that long? I somehow felt like I'd been in here for much shorter and longer than that, as if time simply didn't exist in this corner of the world.
444. Can't believe you've been keeping track. Don't even know how long I've been in here.
I have to. I'd lose my mind otherwise.
You You might be onto something there.
Imagine every single life you always had a man bun.
Sometimes I don't
And a
even know who I
tattoo of a
was before this place.
mountainscape on your collarbone.
My life outside these walls. What did that look like?
If you had to imagine it now, what would you want it to look like?
I think I'd want to be an artist.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, great conversation. Thank you. And
I'm sick of seeing gray. Everything in here, the walls, the floor, our clothes, even our goddamn food looks gray. I want to see color. Create color. Capture everything that's beautiful and bright in this world. I want to capture you.
like a Pokemon? What was that?
Nothing.
After this life, I think you get to load, and it shows all the lives you went through. There's an extra short life called Interworm. Is it if you'd love me if I was a worm? There was a meme where I saw someone was like, I know I'm in a good relationship because you know what? He would love me if I was a worm. I think that's a great dream, Van. You'll get it one day. I know you will. That's very sultry of you. Hey, Leah. That cat, that's my favorite sticker, by the way. But you just used a sticker. Maybe that means my chat's finally working. Maybe I can get chat to pop back up now. Did you refresh? Do you know how to be chat again? Chat? Can you be chat? No, it just likes that sticker so much. Yeah?
When I become an artist, would it be okay if I painted you?
Like one of your French girls, please. Me?
Why not? I never really had a dream. Not until you, so maybe fate sent you to be my muse.
How long have you been down here? Cheesy. You can't see it, but I just threw up in the corner of my cell.
Is it gray?
I'll let you use your imagination for that one. But I'd be honored to be in your first painting. I would choose you. Oh. I love Leah's retorts. Hear me out. A red line stood out against a black and white canvas, connecting two figures being rapidly, that's not the word, ripped away from one another. It was a famous piece created hundreds of years ago. You wouldn't even know the artist. It's been hundreds of years. Evidently, the artist was a well-known photographer, but he painted this. But this became the piece he was known for. And it was the only painting he ever created, which is a total lie because he said he used to paint before he became a photographer. A delicate red string floating before her. A singular thought blanketed any reason she had in that moment. Don't go. This is my first time seeing the painting in person, but it feels so familiar. I can see why it's famous. What a coincidence. Beside me, a handsome stranger admired the same painting. When I come here, I'm usually alone. Won't complain about a little company, though. You must be a big fan if you come here that often. It's a favorite. What do you think of it? I like it. For some reason, I feel connected to the piece. The red string in particular is my favorite part. It makes me feel hopeful in a way. Over the loss and desperation, it was the feeling of hope that I held on to. Oh, like Pandora's box? I know what you mean. Do you, handsome stranger? With sultry eyes. Like, if you like this one, there are similar pieces in the museum, but if I'm being honest, this will always be my favorite. Personal bias. Well, I'd love to see your recommendations, especially if you come here often. It would be my pleasure. By the way, got a name I can call you? He extended his hand to me. And I was like, yeah, it's Leah. Leah. Oh gosh, I just forgot. Hang on, I remember. I'll remember. I forgot. I forgot the name of Tengoku Struggle's protagonist's last name. Starts with an E. Am I right? Leah, and yours? I took his hand and shook it. Dramatically, I might add. Van. He's a car. I'm home. Oh! See, he said it doesn't matter, but we're going back. Kiss the man. I ran up to him, pulling him into a kiss that was sure to show him how much I missed him today. Well, that's a way to greet somebody. Enma, that's it. I was gonna say Leah Enma, because this is... I missed you, Leah. I missed you too. How was your day, Mr. Snake Man? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm guessing work was awful? Ugh. You don't know the half of it. Your coworker again? Who else? I don't understand. He is such a prick. He always breathing down my back, asking when I'm going to finish my section, worry about yourself, buddy. And the way he's always looking at my calendar. It's not like he's my boss. Piss off. Yikes. Yeah, that does sound like a lot. You always do your work well too. Wonder why he's like that. Maybe he secretly has a crush on you. Yeah, right. If he was you, maybe he could get away with that. Maybe. I'm not too sure even I could get away with that when it comes to you. Well, probably not. Work's just so stressful right now. I can't wait for our vacation, bro. Me too. Are we going to the lake house? Let's go. Are you sure you don't want me to help with the planning? It's a lot for one person. Nope. I got it under control. Don't you worry. If you're sure. How was your day? Better than mine, I hope. It wasn't too bad. I'm still not sure what to call my exhibit, though. Show me your painting again. Now, weren't you just complaining about how tired you are from work? That's different. I want to help you. I don't care about those guys. All right. Let's do it over dinner, though. You haven't eaten yet, right? No, I just got home. I'll get the food ready for us then. You can relax. I know you had a long day. If you insist, I guess I'll wait. Like, oh no. Go, I'll call you when it's done. With a nice cold soda waiting for you too. He knows I like cold sodas. Various paintings lay sprawled out on the table at a rainbow of color woven together by Van's expert hands. In one splattering of icy white speckled a gradient of steel and sky blue, like the feeling of icy cold rain against your skin. In another, a smear of iridescent aquamarine ran across a canvas of amethyst and sapphire, like the mystique of a star that gleamed back at you in the night sky. In still another, smooth pale cream stretched endlessly to the edges of the painting, highlighting the ridges created by the bristles of the paintbrush, like an open blank book in a page in a book. Pretty. You like? Don't I always? Have to make sure once in a while, you know? If only I knew what to name the exhibition. Was there anything that inspired these pieces or a message you're trying to tell the audience? It's been around 20 minutes. That should be enough for Asia. That's fair. That's so fair. Welcome back. I'm not sure if it was that deep with these paintings. It was almost automatic. I was reaching for color, just felt important to me. That inspired me. Is there anything you think of when you look at them? Me? Nothing too concrete, but when I look at these paintings, I get reminded of a certain experience. The blue one feels like that moment when you get caught in the middle of a rainstorm. The purple one makes me think of the stars in the night sky. And the cream one almost makes me feel like I'm reading the beginning of a new book. So-called it moments? What are we talking about? An art piece that feels like something when you see it. It's kind of like us, isn't it? Our synthoscopes. Yeah, I guess it is. Synthesia. What if I named it that? Fucking hate me. In honor of my favorite muse. Favorite? Does that mean you have others? Wow. My bad. Only muse. I got Asia so triggered she used cabbages to time me out. Crazy, right? Yeah, Prim. I feel like that's been your goal for a long time, though, so I'm really proud for you. He chuckled, pressed a light kiss on my forehead before leaning back on the couch. That's what I thought. I like the name. It makes me think of us, too. Synthoscopes. It is. Going crazy trying to find a name, and after one dinner with you, it's all figured out just like that. Oh god, I lost the mouse for a second there. What do you call that? A coincidence? That's not what I'd call it. You mentioned a trash-ass route to my favorite visual novel. Of course, I got triggered. I fucking hate that route. I don't ever want to think about that damn route. Goemon may not have been the best route, and granted, the end of his game felt like a fan fiction on crack. But Goemon as a person was fine, okay? He was not trash. Whew. As he settled into the couch cushion, I decided to lay my head on his lap. Today had been exhausting. Can I? Of course. I smiled as a peaceful quiet settled over us. I read that wrong twice in my head. I was so confused. He's trash, just my opinion. That's fair. We're all allowed to have those. Dan absent-mindedly reached for my hand, placing our palms together. He always has liked physical touch. My hands feel so warm compared to her. I stared at our hands. See, that was me falling asleep. I don't mean it as an insult, so I don't believe you. Because you said Goey dumb, and that is an insult to Goemon, thus implying this is an insult. I stared at our hands pressed together and relished the quiet comfort of her presence. Oh. These are my favorite moments. What are you thinking about? Me? Nothing much. Just admiring how our hands fit together. When did you pull all of these cheesy lines from? What? You asked. I didn't think you'd say something like that. Gross. I thought you'd make it sound cool. You don't like it? I didn't say that. I just said I hated it. It's just like, it's gross. It surprised me just as much as I did her. I never thought I'd be the type to enjoy physical touch so much. Well, I mean, everybody changes as they get older. Goey rock or goey dumb or goey Chad. Goey Chad is not an insult, but goey dumb is, see. The mere thought of touching someone had always seemed overwhelming, especially with my synthesis. But the way her skin felt, the way the length of her hand stretched against mine, the way the warmth of our hands feels mixed together. I could spend lifetimes trying to commit it all to memory. Oh no, I can't see what you redeemed. Hang on. Dehydrate. Okay, great. That's what I need. I'm gonna drink all of this. I tried to drink it too fast, and then I started to choke, and now my eyes are watering. Okay. Could spend a lifetime trying to commit it to memory, and I still wouldn't be enough. Do you have any plans for this weekend? Nope. Just whatever you want to do. Any request? As she mused to herself, I intertwined my fingers with her. You don't even know what I look like. Really?
I don't need to. No matter what, I know I'll always fall in love with you. Bet I'd love you even if you were a worm.
Yeah, right. Didn't feel like a lie. In the damp, dark confines of this cell wall, she was the only one who brought light to my world. Who thought that dehydrate would actually kill me? Oof. How did I get so lucky to meet someone like this in my life? How did I get so unlucky as to meet her under these circumstances? Hey, Van.
Yeah?
Wanna join a band? Dehydrate? That's what it feels like. Like my voice is like cracking still. It's like a 2-in-1. I'm gonna finish my water off, just trying to stop like I'm gonna cough. Okay. Can you promise me something?
Anything.
Yeah? Never mind. It's stupid. What could it be? After everything we've talked about, what could she be hesitant to say?
Getting shy on me now? After all the secrets we've shared?
No. I don't think I should say it.
Tell me.
I shouldn't.
I want to know. Please?
Fine. It's dumb, so don't make a big deal out of it, okay?
Never.
Do you think we can have a happy ending? I mean, it's just a thought I had. I'm saying it out loud, it sounds ridiculous. I knew I shouldn't have. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. It's stupid.
We will.
What?
Actually, give me your hand.
My hand? The dim lights of the torches flickered, casting dancing shadows over my arm as I reached through the gap in the cell bars towards her. I'm sorry, I said ceiling bars? There's no ceiling bars. We're not on top of each other in cages. We're side by side, apparently. I can barely fit through.
Sorry, just bear with me.
The familiar warmth of her hand enveloped mine. I cherished it. Her, my one respite from the cold loneliness of the cell. It's really giving that. I pulled out my present. It had been waiting for the right moment to give it to her. I hope she likes it. What are you doing?
Hold on.
One second. Is this the right finger? It's so hard to tell from this position. And damn, why is it always so dark in here, bro? Ow!
Sorry.
That should do it.
Okay, you can have your hand back.
A dull pain throbbed at my shoulders, a result of shoving my entire body against the jagged stone wall to reach her. But that slowly ebbed away, replaced by nervousness as I listened for Leah's reaction. A ring. A red string, Prim. We told you, this is the red string theory. And I said I didn't want to get married. What is...
It's supposed to be a ring.
It's red string.
It's your 888th day, right? The top is supposed to look like an 8. Kinda. I know it's just string, but you know, not much to work with in here. If I could, I'd do it right.
Boo, see, no, it's not a ring though, it's red string.
Get down on my knee. Maybe the sun's setting around us. Well, if I could do it right, I'd give you a real ring. One that shines so bright it'd make you forget everything about this place.
See, he admits it's not a real ring.
But this life has been cruel to me, and this is all I can give to the person I love.
Love?
You asked me if we'd have a happy ending, right?
I mean, I asked it because I'm sad up in this whole...
I promise it.
Wait, man, this is... Does she not like it? I know it's nothing like the real proposal, but...
Sorry. Am I doing this wrong? I don't remember much from my time outside, but I know people in love would exchange rings as symbols of their vows. And I don't...
That's going too much into detail. It's the thought that counts. No. No, Van. Don't worry, okay? I love you even though you're like my least favorite kind of car. You're not doing any of it wrong. You don't know how happy this makes me. Rings are usually silver, aren't they? I like how red this is. Should I... Oh, silver gray, all that reminds me of prison, like you said. Counts? Oh no. Red, it will always remind me of you. I love it, and I love you. What were you saying before?
Was I saying something before?
I can't remember. I think I started blacking out when she said she loved me back. It is, though, the thought that counts. They incel where they can't get a ring. Okay, Asia, but it's still a red string. I asked you if we would have a happy ending. You were saying something about giving me a ring? Well.
It's not embarrassing to say no. You threw me off.
I'm a little embarrassed to say this now. You threw me off. You threw me off my groove, man. Embarrassing now. After we confessed to each other.
Well, I guess when you put it like that. I was saying, even if I have to fight the fates themselves, I'll make sure we have our happy ending. That's my vow. Well, that's
I hit the button too soon.
You. We're going to get out of here. And we're going to see that river you've always dreamed of. And I'll get you a real ring and...
He said riverside you always dreamed of, not river. As I spoke, I was filled with a heart-fluttering feeling. It was light and exciting. And it was hope. Hope! I literally came back from the bathroom and I just assumed.
I promise.
Van, are you okay? What? Was that another memory of our past lives together? Van, sorry. I just remembered something important. Oh, what is it? I stared at her ring finger, tracing my thumb across it before pressing my lips against her knuckle. I'll tell you later. Oh my god, where are you taking me, bro? Van guided me forward, his hands gently resting on my shoulder. He chuckled, hearing my ear near my ear. The sensation sent a shiver up my spine.
You want me to ruin the surprise?
Maybe. We've been together all these years and you're still planning surprises like this? What could it be? The sound of water running, a clean, damp smell that lingered in the air, the slight give of the dirt as if it had just rained. Where were we?
This one's different. I've wanted to do this for a while.
Okay, a while? What are you? We're there! It's the cabin in the woods by the river. I gasped at the scene before me. Crystal water lapped over smooth, glistening rocks. Gold and amber leaves decorating the lamps.
This was why I wanted to plan everything.
This is why?
It was so hard keeping this a secret from you.
Gave my shoulders one light squeeze before joining my side. His eyes shone with excitement.
I've always wanted to take you here, to see this place. This was just the perfect opportunity.
Here, really? Why?
It's been a dream of mine. You like it?
Maybe. I do, but I'd never talked about seeing the riverside. In fact, I wasn't sure I'd ever even thought about visiting it once. But it was breathtaking. I felt a sense of belonging, like I was meant to be here.
There's something else I've wanted to do for a while.
Okay, like what? Hopscotch? He reached for something in his back pocket and he knelt down on one knee, and then I burst into tears. Oh my god, no way. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. No way. Gray eyes melt mine as Van held up a small cushion box. Leah.
Shit, I'm nervous. Now, before you freak out, I know you don't want to get married. And we don't have to. I want what you want. This ring is just something I've wanted to give you for a while, to show you how much you mean to me. For as long as I can remember, I felt like I've been searching for something. But no matter where I looked, I could never find it. Like I was trying to remember something that never existed. I've always thought art was the answer. If I could just create what I was... It's only after I met you that I realized. It's you. With you, everything's brighter, warmer. Like I'm seeing the world for the first time. I want to spend the rest of my life by your side.
He opened the box. Inside was a golden ring. I didn't see this part. Well, the dollar-like part. Oh, you saw the picture, though. Inside was a golden ring inlaid with the gleaming rubies.
If you'll have me.
I guess. Man, he slid the ring onto my finger. The light of the setting sun danced off its scarlet surface. How long has he been planning all of this? You always find a new way to sweep me off my feet. How did you know all of this? I chose yes on the question about marriage. Wait, did you saw the same dialogue? Oh, dude, Prim, hero. Congratulations on your birthday. Thank you. I did it. I made it around the sun again. A ruby ring, a trip to the river. I've never mentioned any of this.
Call it a gut feel. Here, sit.
He laid out a blanket and we both settled down to each other. Next to each other on the padded ground. I couldn't stop admiring how the ring fit perfectly on my finger or the way it contrasted against my complexion.
Oh wait, I can't believe I almost forgot.
What did you? He placed my hand in his and pulled the ring off my finger. Hey!
Just for a second.
Just stealing my ring from me? I just got that. Oh, you didn't know that cool people watch my stream? That's kind of messed up, Asia. Just for a second.
Attached to it already?
Attached to it? Yeah, it's mine. You gave it to me. I lurk in many places. I'm like a bug. That's so mean. Just as a heads up too, my chat's broken right now, so I can't pop up and see your guys' things until it pops up on my screen right now. So if you say something and I don't respond, it's just literally because chat is... Oh, is it fixed? It's fixed now. Okay, it's fixed now. I won't have to restart. Yay. That took such a hot minute. Oh my goodness. The lurking queen. There's a lot of more lurkers because they'll comment on YouTube as well, and they're like, "Oh, I'll pop in." I'm like, "Oh, that's fun." But thank you for stopping by and saying hi today. We've been having fun so far. They're watching me slowly fall asleep, not because the game is boring, because because I didn't take a nap before the stream started like I planned. I'm not sure. Give it back to me and I'll let you know. I do like that it's a ruby ring. That's nice. This will be quick. Man offered the ring back to me. If I ever had like an engagement ring, it would probably be black or silver. But you know what? A ruby would be pretty cool too. It's gonna be 7 hours. Oh god, time really is slow. Man would forgive you for falling asleep mid-love story. I mean, he would love me if I was a worm, so of course he would. Not many men would. Let me move this back this side now that I can see chat again. Man, it was real touch and go there for a hot minute there. Yeah, everything crashed earlier. Well, not really. I finished I had a collab stream for Left 4 Dead, and when I closed it, everything lagged for a little bit. But we're better now. He offered it back to me.
Don't put it on yet.
I want to wear it. Red's the color of passion. And the color of the red string. Which is why it makes sense.
Look at the inside of the band.
No, I would never do that. That sounds like way too much work. Engraved on the inside of the ring was the number 8. Girl, it's not the number 8. It's the infinity symbol. Turn that sideways. An 8 for today's date.
That, and it's an important number to me.
Red is the color of passion followed by and blood. Yes. That's a very, you know what? We need blood to live. And vampires need it to live as well. It's an important number to me.
It's also an infinity sign.
Yeah.
For, well, you know.
You know, like forever. Explain it to me sounds better than yeah, I get it.
Come on, you're really gonna make me say it?
Yeah, totes. I want to hear you say it. Please?
Infinity sign, because I hope that's what our love is.
Yes, my peto.
Ah! Thank you. You gotta hear Papa. You gotta hear Papa today. It's a good day when Papa gets to talk. Because infinity and it's symmetrical. I do love symmetry. I'm a pretty big fan of it. It's what I hope our love is.
Infinite.
Infinite, like the band.
Anyways, you can put it back on now. I know you've been dying to.
Thanks. You shouldn't have took it off of me, though. It's mine. About damn time. I excitedly returned the admiring the ring, much to Van's amusement.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm glad you like it. Honestly, you know what? The Van's rising up my list on cars I enjoy now because of you. I hope you're happy. I love it. The fact you even thought about this, like, bro. Sometimes it feels like you know me better than I know myself. Like that song that I can't remember the singer of right now. Oh no. I wouldn't be surprised if you knew me in another life. Wink, 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 wink. He flashed me a mischievous smile before taking in the view himself. We both quietly enjoyed the scene. When I peek at him again, his eyes has taken a distant expression. I'm not gonna lie to you. I now do this now. He looks like he's wearing a jumpsuit. Like he's like a mechanic. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Leo. Yeah.
What if I told you I did?
Did what?
That I did know you in another life?
As romantic as that is.
No, it's not to be romantic. I mean...
He adverts his gaze with a rare look of uncertainty. I would break my car if he was the mechanic. I was about to pin that, but Brim already did. Van?
I'm about to tell you something, but don't think I'm weird.
You can't control how I'm going to feel. We talked about this in a different life. Man, you know you can trust me with anything. What is it? Pact. We got a pact.
You know how I get those visions when I first touch someone?
Yeah, like deja vu.
Remember the feeling I got when we met?
Yeah, like deja vu. You said I felt like an old friend, like someone you had known your entire life.
Yeah. And you did. But it also felt like more than that. I never told you how intense it was. But when we touched, I never felt anything like it. It was like this rush of emotions, of falling in love, being in love, heartbreak, grief.
Good morning, and thank you, Ray. Hello, hello.
It was like experiencing a past life together.
Oh no, man, that sounds like a line. Are you giving me a line?
No, not like it. I think I actually did.
It still sounds like a line to me. Really? Our past life? It was like, if it was anyone else, I would brush them off. I'd call them crazy, and then and there. After all, what Van was saying was ridiculous. Love how we're all making typos. Like, bro, I'm not awake. I woke up at 8 a.m. It's almost been 24 hours. I woke up at 8 a.m. yesterday, and it's almost 7 a.m. now, so. If your girl was typing, she'd be typoing too. What Van was saying was ridiculous. How would you even say it? How? Gonna pounce prey dudes? Is that a do I need like a magic key to translate that? What does that mean? He's always listened to me, supported me, protected me, cherished me, fixed my car when it was broken, showed me how pure and unselfish love can be. He hung a picture on my wall one time because it was him. I wanted to believe him. He's also not asking me to go to Alaska in the middle of winter. Oh my God, Ray! I was about to say something, let me shut up. Ray, thank you. Aww. Goodness, Daddy is too quiet. Is he? I can turn him up. Or maybe the game is too loud. The thing is, when I first plugged everything up, they felt like they were screaming. Like if I... no ads for everyone. If I had not turned it down, it felt like a jump scare. That's how loud it was originally. I was like, oh God. Every time like it went off, I was like, oh, I'm being haunted. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. All right, you saw our past life together. What was it like? Like, did my hair look the same? Because yours looks like the same in every past life. In fact, if we're in prison, how do you have all these tattoos? Gonna pounce prey dudes. Gonna bang. I won't finish that sentence. I'd love to be jumped by daddy. I mean, Jumo scared. Jump scared. I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up later and we'll see how it sounds. Honestly, I kind of miss Hottie. Hottie only does it when you subscribe yourself. So she goes ding dong ding. Which is super cute. And then I have Deso. And I can't remember what that one's for. What was our past life like, bro?
You believe me?
Because it's you, and once you say you're done, I'm going to just steal everything. You'll see. Jumo, another new word. He's lit up with relief before engulfing me in his embrace. Whoa, easy there, buddy.
You don't know
I
how
have
long
to
I've
get
been holding
you.
that in.
Holding what in?
Thought I was going to carry that to the grave.
You're so dramatic, bro. Tell me more about your past lives so I can report it to our doctor so that they can get you the proper medicine. He chuckled into my shoulder before stepping away.
Which one? There's been so many.
I have options.
Yep. There was the first time we met, after centuries apart. In a couple lives, we hated each other before getting together.
No
You can
way.
be mean when you want to be.
Hang on. I gotta make a screenshot of that. I don't know if that freezes. Does that freeze my stream when I do that, by the way? I'm just curious. I can be mean. Thank you. I bet you deserved it.
You've also rejected me.
I bet you deserved it. I have.
It's not a big deal.
He's a masochist. The way they should be.
I'm over it.
So then we've actually shared a lot of past lives together. It's like we're soulmates. I stared at the scene before us, lost in my thoughts, and it sounded cheesy when I said it out loud, because it is. I took 14 screenshots of this game. And yet, he looks so much like Fumi. It's like the way his lips curl. Being here with Van, watching the flowing river, it felt right.
That's what I thought when we met. I have a theory, actually.
A theory for you, actually? A theory for me? See that? I nodded off again. What is
I
it?
have no way of proving it, but I like to think that the more lives we spend together, the more I remember next time we meet.
That's definitely a theory, my guy. Even the romantic I see.
I've had a long time to think about this. How many years have we been together?
I lost track at this point, bro.
Well, I've had that long to theorize.
And now you're going to dump it all on me, like all of it at once. Today, you're going to bear it all.
Exactly. I never would have imagined you'd believe me. But you do. That's how I know we're soulmates.
Cheesy, so cheesy. In fact, we should get some nachos to go with this cheese.
You said you like cheesy pickup lines.
I did, didn't I? Oh man, that was our first life together. When?
A long time ago. You wouldn't remember.
Imagine this guy is just a vampire and she's just being reborn over and over again. And he's just like, I'm going to keep stalking you until the day you die. And then I'll find you again. Shook my head, surprised at how natural this conversation of past lives were going. Do you think if we You knew we were soulmates, but we weren't together. You would force me to be with you?
Well, there's a dark thought.
Just curious. Hypothetically. Unless you already know from like your glimpses in the past lives. I can ask all the questions. Oh my
Afraid
god.
I'm not that all-seeing.
Maybe that's good. You won't remember all the times I brutally embarrassed myself in the other lives.
I think I've seen enough of your embarrassing moments in this lifetime.
Fuck you again. Hey!
But let's see. Would I force you to be with me? Can't remember a time I did, and I'd like to think I never have. But who knows? Love can be dangerous.
Have you ever looked for me? Do you think you've ever looked for me? If you happen to know I was your soulmate or something, like, I don't know. If you're like, I know this girl, and for some reason she's always named Leah in every single universe, and every single world, and every single minute I've ever seen her, she's always Leah.
I've thought about that question too. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I have.
Did you hear that? He did it. He got his voice deeper. Why didn't he do that when he said stop or don't? What did he say? What did he say when he was kissing us in the office? And he's all like, don't. And he was just like, don't. And he should be like, don't. And we're like, oh, like that. Hear me out.
I'm sure even if we couldn't be together, I'd wonder how you were doing, how that life was treating you, things like that.
Do you ever get tired of it?
Tired of you?
Tired of like all of it. Like not just me. Like not me specifically. Like calm down. Of like meeting me for like the millionth time or falling in love with me, being with me, losing me.
You make it exciting.
Like why? Do I like when you lose me, is it like hide and seek, but like it's like extreme hide and seek and I like nearly die? Hydrate, not dehydrate? Okay. All right, my chest felt warm. He likes the drama. Well, he picked the perfect person if he likes drama. Stretch. Blood circulate. Circulate. My chest felt warm. I didn't know if Van's words were true. Maybe I never would, bro. But I love that transcended time. Someone who would choose me over and over, like, bro. Blush. The idea of it would make even the most hardened skeptic a hopeless romantic. And even now you would still choose me. And then he goes, always.
Always.
Fuck yeah, I did. Yay, look at me. You aren't bored of me? Never. So even in our next life, always again?
By your touch, I'll always be yours.
Always is in it. As if to demonstrate his point, Van traced his finger over my cheeks. His gaze drifted over my features with the same unwavering devotion he always reserved just for me. Time seemed to slow as I etched this memory into my memory. Dude, one day. The twilight gray of his eyes. Are they gray? I guess they are. His gentle, calloused touch. Why has he got a callous? Oh, because he's a painter? That earthy, comforting smell of pine. I didn't want to forget any of it. Have I ever told you how much I love the color of your eyes?
My eyes?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. He's like their contacts, baby.
Really? I've actually always hated them.
Hell yeah, I've actually always hated them. What?
Not a big fan of gray.
Well, but they're so pretty. That specific shade of gray, like liquid silver, was one of my favorite colors because it reminded me of him.
You think?
You think? Yeah.
Well, if you like them so much, maybe I'll come around to it.
Like an eye transplant? Like you're gonna give them to me? We leaned towards each other, pulled by the invisible string that would forever tether us together. Kiss, bro. We always kiss. I don't even. Our lips met in an intoxicating kiss, one that somehow felt both familiar and exciting. That's better. His voice was a quiet murmur with a tenderness I would never get tired
I
of.
love you.
Oh my. Wow. I would choose you in every lifetime. Why not both? Because kissing's more intimate. I can't give you my eye color, but our babies can. That's genetically speaking not entirely true. Because depending on your eye color can sometimes determine what kind of babies you can have. Like for an example, brown is a dominant trait. Okay. Finn, thanks for playing.
Red string of fate. Follow it to where you are so far.
I remember something about how you get the extra short life interworm. Click on. Okay. Okay, I clicked on the red string. Click on it again. Almost home. The smell of rain and wet concrete mixed together. Look, he's over here like an MC. Drops of water gathered on the leaves overhead, falling every so often to land on the sidewalk with soft plops. This actually is giving me, there was like a TikTok and it was all like, where did all the worms go? And this girl like stitched it and she's all like, yeah, you guys said you wouldn't love us if we were worms, so we stopped transforming. Drops of water gathered on the leaves, overhead falling every so often to land on the sidewalk with a soft plop. What's the last life? Is it the one we did? Can't believe it's raining. What a way to end the workday. As soon as the sound of my footsteps echoed off the pavement, I spotted a lone worm wiggling on the sidewalk, just narrowly avoiding smushing it. Oh, almost stepped on you there, bud. It's rain's coming down hard. Is it gonna be okay? Maybe I should move it. Maybe it might drown. Can worms drown? As I kneeled next to the worm, I realized it's been staring at it for a while. What am I doing? Brain must really be dead if this is what it's come to. Come on, little guy, let's go. Just because my day sucks doesn't mean yours should too. Now I'm talking to it. Eat it. That's the intrusive thoughts. We don't like that. I reach for the worm, now strangely determined to move it to the grass, but when I touch it, What? Before I had simply wanted to throw the worm somewhere safe. But now, is that enough? What if something happens to it out in the wilderness? Some wild birds could steal it away, or maybe someone could step on it. Eat. What? I don't think that's an option. I should take it home. Makes more sense, right? I wasn't sure what had come over me, but whatever it was, I now felt obligated to take care of this worm, protect it, feed it, and look after it. Against all reason, I decided to take the worm home with me, hold it delicately in the palm of my hands. Questions I never imagined I would be asking myself bubble to the surface. Treat that worm to a fine meal. All the apples at once. What do worms like? Dirt? Branches? Leaves? Do they sell worm supplies at the pet store? The worm danced on my palm as if it would sense my thoughts. What was it thinking? If worms had thoughts. Please don't kiss the worm. It'll be just like Shadaku. What am I doing? And yet I continue on, determined to build the best home this worm could ever experience. Would you love me if I were a worm? Oh my god. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, the good news is I don't need to stop the stream to start the next game. Try to French kiss that worm will become a slurped up noodle. Someone did a fanfic for Intertwine. It was MC as a tree and Van as a normal human. It was really a cute fanfic. Aww. It's the giving tree, but instead it's I give you a girlfriend that's a tree. This is going to be a VOD that is broken up to multiple pieces. So if you see this ending on multiple videos, just know it was a very long stream that was 18 hours and I cut it into smaller videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're checking me out on YouTube, you can see all my more recent stuff on Twitch. I stream about 3 times a week. And if you're on Twitch and you want to enjoy the stuff we've already had, yeah, I'll delete the stream. The stuff we've already had, you can check out YouTube and see all the VODs on there. We had a lot of fun. There was some stuff, but you know what? It was a great stream, and I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me all day. Like, some of y'all have been in chat all day. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Asia. Thank you, Jade. Thank you, Prim. Who else? Tarp. Was Tarp in here today? Laura was here today. Everyone who popped in randomly. Trico. Max. Eunice and Ray also for jumping in and playing games. Ninja did pop in today. Blue. Yeah! Everybody who stopped in, and thank you guys so much for saying hi. I hope you guys have a lovely time. And I will see you guys later. So much later. Thank you guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Bye, guys!